McDonald's Triple M Rocks Footy.
Oh, what a super Saturday. And we come here to Marvel Stadium now after the Pies got the job done at the MCG. And the Giants are in town to tackle the Blues. Big crowd building here. Under the roof, of course, Carlton with their first loss last week. A shock one against the Adelaide Crows and the undefeated Giants. It's all set up to be an absolute cracker. Barry Dinner with you, as always, surrounded by superstars in the box. Joe Montagna, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Barry. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Two prelim teams from last year. They were the two hot teams of the competition, the back half of the season, and playing under the lid here at Marvel. It should be a bit of a shootout, I think, so I'm looking forward to it.
When Peter Hudson made his comeback game many, many years ago, Joe, he flew in by helicopter to Waverley. Remember
That's right,
that?
I do. You know the story, yeah.
Well, Sarah Hosking flew in by plane from Las Vegas to be today.
Not plane, private jet. Thank you, Daz. Yes, fresh off the plane from Vegas, but I am here nonetheless, and I'm ready for a cracking game tonight.
Looking fresh too. No jet lag or anything.
That's exactly what makeup can do.
Big Tim Solly's here to call action, big fella.
Always good to be next to you, Barry. Looking forward to this one. Don't have much to add, but looking forward to the call.
This is the Triple M prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Of course, very short one. Both sides are on the ground. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries air conditioners. Put your trust in the experts in air. Before we have a chat about this one, let's go downstairs for Bob Jane T-Marts. Bob Jane T-Marts have great buy three, get one free deals, plus instant cash back. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Mickey Roberts, I drove through Essendon Fields yesterday and I spotted you in a kilt walking into a building with a box of scotch under your arm.
Lindsay Fox's birthday, I'll tell you what. A couple of those little short little nips. Gee, I ended up going Braveheart in the end, but anyway. Big injuries in both camps, that's for sure. Carlton, soft tissue injuries, hamstrings. We know Sard and McGovern didn't make it, and Adam Chira, obviously laid out last week, also hasn't made it. So Cohen and Young are in for Carlton. Sam Walsh is the big one, 34 possessions last week, pulled up well, and he'll just keep trucking along. GWS, Sam Taylor, as we know, time in hospital, concussion, sickening collision last week, so he's out. Cornelio knee, Ward and Aaliyah are in. The subs are Jack Carroll and James Peatling for GWS. Carlton are slight favourites, which is unusual, but GWS, I reckon, will remain undefeated as the boys just go out for the toss. Cripps and Toby Green shook hands, coin in the air, and they're just adjudicated, and Cripps won it going right at radio dial, Baz.
Good on you, Mickey. Our friends at Red's Head Lending Heath had a lunch yesterday. You were there with the shoe man, and good of you to get home this morning, and you joined us today.
Crawled all the way home in some time in the AM. I think Shoe Man was a little bit later than that. Toby Green, who just tossed the coin, 15 goals in his last 6 games versus Carlton, 18-4 last time he played this side. 3 Brownlow votes 3 times against Carlton, most of any team he's played. Giants, we talk about their orange tsunami, nearly 700 metres gained by hand last week against St Kilda, over 1,000 metres gained by hand, ahead of the next best side in the competition. Sam Walsh, very important as well, as Robbo was touching on. Last 2 times Carlton have beaten the Giants. 5 of 6 MVP votes, now triple MVP, 16 of 20 coaches votes, so he's very important to their side.
Well done, Heath. That's a cracking hot start. But as we speak about some of those big outs, a big one there for GWS we spoke earlier was Sam Taylor. Now, he was out last time these sides played, and GWS still managed to walk away with the win. So Carlton obviously coming off a narrow loss last week against Adelaide, but again, it was their defensive pressure that let them down late in that last quarter. So expecting them to come out cracking and having a huge focus on pressure.
Yeah, Lee Galea comes into the side. He's going to have a big challenge on one of the 3 key forwards. So De Koning's gone deep into the goal square as well with Harry Mackay and Charlie Curnow. For me, this is going to be one of lost around the footy. 2 really strong contest clearance teams led by Paddy Cripps and Tom Green. I know Giants are missing Cornelio, but Callum Ward is a handy step in. Finn Callahan. The Giants' run and wave off halfbacks are going to test the Blues. Blues have got to be physical and strong around the contest, played in their front half. They've been quite good this year, Carlton, in their front half game, so they've got to get some territory, but I'm expecting a high-octane, good quality game of footy, Baz.
Joe Montagna, Sarah Hosking in the back row today for Seabus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. Looking forward to this one. Saturday twilight. It's the Blues taking on the Giants here at Marvel Stadium. Sheron goes up in the sky. Briggs will get a little palm down. Cripps couldn't quite. Pitnet flicks it up to Walsh, who arches the back, burns off Callahan and sends it long and strong. Harry couldn't quite. Front and centre Ash, and then he's collected in. We'll have a ball up.
Back here that way, boys.
Yarra River end of the ground of Marvel Stadium. Early stages of this one.
It's his Leaker that's gone to Harry Mackay.
Thrown in the air. Briggs got a little hand on it. The Blues searching about 20 from goal. Walsh will track it to the boundary line. It comes off his toe. Callahan with him will claim it. Hand pass to Ward back in the side. Another one to Tommy Green. He runs off half-back defensive 50. Nice drilling low drop punt with the chest of Bedford, who marks halfway between half-back and wing for the Giants. Goes back inside with a kick and finds Iden. So he's right back pocket. Happy to switch play to the outer side across goal to Buckley. And he marks left back pocket. Looks to the outer side wing. Goes forward, goes back.
Well set up here, Carlton, Baz. They've got him hemmed in.
You get restless, the Blues fans, as he drives it long to the outer side wing. Big leap at the back of the pack from Brown. Couldn't complete the mark. Mackay's in there. Hand pass sideways. Callahan sees the ball drift through his hands. Still on the deck. Walsh dives on top of the pack. The footy underneath him. The umpire will ball it up. Halfway between wing and half forward. Outer side of the ground for the Blues.
The positive signs early for the Blues. They were able to slow up the Giants' run off half back, force them to find an uncontested mark, and then really squeeze and press up on them so they couldn't kick their way out of defence.
Ball up and down. Ground level. It's knocked out wide. There's Kennedy in game 100, but he's gang tackled. Another ball up on the outer wing. Barry, you're going to be excited about this. I remember how excited you were last year. Feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for just $9.95 at Macca's.
Don't stop at 24.
Swing back through for 48.
Both holding.
There's another contest on the outer side. Stoppage. Sharon up and down again. Knocked down Briggs this time.
Before he took possession.
You can hear the umpires exclusively mic'd here for Triple M. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Brent Daniels for the Giants. Right half back. He just squirts a low one to Callahan on the 45. They're going to go the switch here, the Giants. It's a high, lofty ball. Enough time for Akers to close down. And now the Blues will arrive on the scene. Kennedy back up to Akers. Flicks it into the middle of the ground. Elijah Hollins ran into a dead-end street. Ball knocked loose. Briggs bends down. He just belts it forward to half forward. Toby Green, a little don't argue. He sizes it up, puts it out to the open side for Brown. He got a little paw on it. And then he's closed down in the tackle right on the 50 there from Kemp. And we'll have a ball up on attacking 50 here for the Blues.
Mark, Kieran. Clear the area.
So about 7 or 8 underneath it. 48. Out from the Giants' goal. Trying to work his way through was the ruckman pitting it, and he claims it. Kick to DeConing on the wing was good.
Outside 5.
The big young man takes the mark. Called the play on. Left foot ball's been smothered. Tried to run around the man on the mark. Kennedy dives on top of the footy for the Blues. And the umpire calls for another ball up.
Thanks, Matt.
True wing outer side of the ground.
Really interesting some of the matchups. Zach Williams has got the matchup on Toby Green, so we'll keep an eye on that one. He's more of an attacking halfback. We're going to have to lock down today. And it's Buckley that's got Charlie Curnow.
Spike forward by Pitnet. Cripps overruns the ball. Tom Green off the deck. He gains some territory, but only as far as Newman, who's tucked in on the boundary. Sends a high drop punt down the line to Koning there. Well done, Iden. Brought it to the front as far as Cripps. Fishes it over the top there to Cottrell, who spears it in. And Mackay swallows it whole. 35 out on a 45-degree angle.
And speaking of matchups, Cripps and Green have been matched up on each other for these first 5 minutes. Cripps just having those 2 disposals in that chain, making sure that he's running along with the play.
13 goals, 5 for the year, the boy from Warragul.
You'll still need 1.
It's been a return to form as he steadies himself. Kicking righty a dial, he sets sail from 40. And he's pushed it across the face. Minor score, first for the afternoon. They're one behind. Giants yet to score. That's all on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
So Whitfield at full-back brings it back in, real wide out to Ash, who marked just inside the boundary line on defensive 50. And trots back with the footy.
No, he's good. He's good. He's good.
The Giants with no Sam Taylor in that back half. What a ripping back half it is for the Giants. But a key member not there today. Kick out to the outer side wing. Green's got his head over. Tommy Green, that is, for the Giants. Head over the footy outer side wing. The umpire again will call for another stoppage.
Mark, Kieran.
So 1 point Carlton. The Giants yet to score as we tick up to the 5-minute mark of the first term.
Holding the arm. Carlton, come through.
Holding the arm, free kick will go to the Blues. It'll go to Cripps, his defensive side of the wing.
Belts it long and strong up to the 50. Mackay worked under it by Aaliyah, he's given away the free kick.
Now, this is the matchup I think Carlton will really fancy tonight. League Aaliyah's only played the 4 games. He's still just trying to find his way at AFL level. He's got a big task on a player that's in really good form. So I think if you're a Carlton fan, this is the matchup you'd be excited about.
Patrick, stay out, please.
Had a shot moments ago, Big Harry, from a little bit closer to goal. He might fancy himself from a bit further out. He can just swing the big hoof through it. He hits this one from 54. It's going to go long into the line. It's not quite there at the back pit net. Drop the chest mark. Briggs just belts for territory. Hogan has to beat a couple and does.
Marks on defensive 50, Big Jesse. Long way from home. He's got Bedford sprinting to the wing. He goes shorter than that. And he finds Callaghan. So Callaghan just outside his defensive 50.
Play on.
Runs around on the left. Driving, drop punt towards forward 50. Blues have got a 2-on-1 here. If they can bring it to ground, they can. Hewitt, little slap down to Wiedering. Wiedering hugs the boundary with a kick to the wing. O'Halloran, does he keep it in? No. He ran around the giant, and that's boundary side with Mickey Roberts for Bob Jane Team Arts.
Yeah, good crowding, Baz, too, and rowdy already. So the Blue Baggers have turned up. High expectation today, and they're building. They're even coming in as we speak.
Bob Jane Team Arts have great buy through, get one free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply.
Pitnet to the front. Cripps knew where Walsh was the whole time. Newman, little 1-2. Got it back to Walsh. Just bumped at the last minute on the kick. Through the legs of Cottrell, and now on the turnover, the Giants. Tom Green spearing ball to the 50.
1 metre back, Jacob.
Straight into the bread basket of Hogan, who off a step pokes it inside 50 to Daniels. 40 out. Almost directly in front.
And GWS just looking really dangerous. They're not having all the ball in their forward half, but when they do get the chance, they're being really dangerous with the ball and the movement that they've got.
Tom.
So there's a 50-50 chance here, Daniels. He's kicked 7-7 for the year. Kicking to the left of the broadcast box. He strikes it from 48, and he's flushed it. Daniels gets the first for the afternoon. Giants 1 goal straight 6. Carlton 1 behind. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off road and off grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan.
Yeah, Sarah nailed it. You can see the Giants. We know they've got skill level, but under the roof here with absolutely perfect conditions, their foot skills are going to come to the fore. Tom Green a couple of times already in this contest has just lasered some low darts to find a teammate, so they do look dangerous when they can get the ball in space, and that was a critical ground ball for them to win in the middle of the ground that set up that goal.
Red Z lending stats already going at 82% by foot so far, the Giants. It's well ahead of the AFL average, which is about 66%. Carlton, on the other hand, just 50% so far, early stages in this game.
Red Z Lending Loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy, 5 points up at the Giants. Early stages, 8 minutes into the first term. Bounce is good. Underway again. Tommy Green tried to shrug off Cripps and grab the footy. Getting in the way, though, was Hewitt. Claimed it for the Blues. Hand pass will come back to Walsh. Off the side of his boot, it bounces to half forward, but very wide. Broadcast side. Mackay good. One grab, got it over towards Elijah Hollins. He was tackled, lost it. Picked up by Kelly for the Giants. Hand pass off towards Himmelberg. Another one to Ash, who took a bounce and ran a long way and drives it out to the outer side wing.
That's a dangerous ball. Oh, people coming from all directions. And the Carlton players, Camp and Akers, collected each other, but they're both back up on their feet. It's going to be a free kick to Blake Akers, just attacking side of that outer wing.
I'm glad everyone just got to their feet, Timmy, in that one. That was dangerous. Young Jacob Ware pushed Blake Akers into his teammate.
Goes long and deep inside 50. Numbers with the Giants. Himmelberg, the double spike. Roving it was Durden. Handballed it back. And the tackle laid. Ball dropped loose. Players diving in everywhere in the forward pocket. And Himmelberg in the end just carries Durden over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in left forward pocket. Attacking end here for the Blues. They trail this by 5 points. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So I've got a blood rule, I think. There's
from that contest, Barry, I think on the outer side.
It'll be Akers, Robbo, Bob Jane Team Arts.
Heavy clash, Akers straight away, the AFL. They get the nod and they put the arms up. So Akers forced to leave the ground with blood out of the right ear, behind the right ear.
Footy spins in. As Big Tim said, forward pocket for the Blues. What can they create here? Cripps, hand pass off to Ollie Hollins. From outside, forward 50, rush kicks okay. And Owies in the forward pocket has been the fortunate player to see him drop into his bread basket, and he'll go back and have a shot from 25 out, 45 degree angle.
Yeah, just a quick kick. Fell into the lap in between two Giants, with Paddy Cripps getting his hands on that handball, Ethan. I don't know what his numbers are, but it feels like Cripps has had a bit of influence already.
Number 1 ranked player on the ground already, 6 touches, 3 clearances.
So Owie settles with the footy, spins it in his hand. He'll go for the traditional drop punt as he walks in, 25 out, 45 to ground, and the Blue Baggers have got their first. 1-1-7 Carlton, 1 straight goal the Giants, and that's on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well processed out there.
It's looking like a good battle early. Again, both teams getting their hands on the footy, looking at those midfield beasts at the moment in Paddy Cripps. As you mentioned, Joey, he's starring early. You got Tom Green as well, who's also getting his hands on the footy. Again, just a matter of which team can be more composed going inside 50. Again, you've got your Smalls, Matty Owies, great finish in front of goal.
Yeah, a bit unlucky, the Giants. They had the spare player in defence. Himmelberg was in the right spot. The kick just fell in between the two Giants defenders.
Back in the middle here for McDonald's and Nareem Hotwater, Triple M, Rocks footy. Cripps, Hewitt in the middle there, alongside Matty Kennedy. And De Koning in the ruck this time for the Blue Baggers. He taps down towards Kennedy, flicked up to Cripps. He goes on now to Hewitt, a long deep ball. Where's Mackay? Ball falls to the back. And now hunting at Owies, can't shake the tag. He's ragdolled into the turf by Himmelberg. Ball up, 40 out from Carlton's goal. We've travelled 12 in this first term. Carlton by 1 behind.
So it's thrown in the air, real close to the boundary. De Koning tried to slap it to the fat side for the Blues. Tommy Green was there, rush kick though, straight to Cowan. And Cowan for Carlton's about 65 from home. Runs in, drives the drop punt to the hot spot at full forward. Massive pack will fly, brought to ground by Briggs. Tracking the footy, Callaghan grabs it for the Giants, spun out of a tackle, hand pass to Daniel was good. Over to Tommy Green, then to young Thomas. Harvey Thomas runs towards the wing, driving drop punt to Brown. Set him a nice task, put it out in front of him. Brown tapped it to his own advantage. He's 40 from home. Hand pass to a player, another 20 out, and that was Hogan. And he shuffles the ball along the ground through for a goal. End-to-end stuff from the Giants. They get their second. 2 straight goals they are. 1-1-7 at Carlton. The Giants by 5 points. 13 first term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Again, we spoke about that time in forward half. It's all been dominant in Carlton's forward half. That quick transition from GWS. It was Brown's ability just to keep running and chasing after the football, his body work on Wiedering, and then just to get the hands off to Jesse Hogan right deep in that square. Great little finish across the body with some pressure.
And that was the forward handball game, Ethan. It started with Finn Callaghan under pressure in his defensive 50, just handballed it forward. Another forward handball, and then the final one from Callum Brown setting up the goal for Hogan.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats already. The Giants plus 44 metres gained by handball so far. Of course, number 1 in the competition by a long way, the Giants.
Hogan's 19th goal for the year came into this round, leading the Coleman. There's a back up and down for McDonald's and Nareem Hotwater, Triple M Rocks footy. They're going to take the advantage here. Carlton to Koning on his left, deep. Box seat there, good spoiler Lear, front and centre was Cottrell, sidestep, snaps! Carlton have got their second, and they regain the lead. They're 2 goals, 1-13. The Giants 2 straight 12. And it's a real shootout kind of first term.
The centre clearance is a bit of a factor as well. Carlton have won all of them so far, being able to drive it deep inside 50. It was an extravagant spoil from Lee Cleary. Got up over the top, but these Carlton Smalls, they know exactly where to get because of the reference point with their tall forwards. They know to get front square, always about 30 metres out directly in front. The Blues are very good at attacking the top of the square with their entry, so the Smalls can get to work. Cottrell, nice little sidestep, clever finish.
And just great from De Koning, the awareness to go when there's one-on-ones straight out of the centre bounce. Again, just great opportunity for all your Smalls to get to work.
For McDonald's and Ream Hotwater, Triple M rocks footy. Bounces good. Blues reclaim the lead just by a point. 2 goals apiece at the moment. De Koning down to Kennedy. Hand pass to Walsh. Carlton go forward again. Whistle. Free to the Blues. Free to the Blues, about 40 metres from goal. And it's Elijah Hollins will take it and kick from about 45 out. You see what it was for?
Yeah, it was against Harry Himmelberg. He doesn't like the decision of it from here. It looked like a clear free kick. He also got held around the neck, but I think he was the one that instigated the first hold, so right call.
From Harvey Norman replay this weekend at Harvey Norman. Samsung 65-inch OLED TV now $2,781. Save over $900. Hurry while the stock's last. So Elijah Hollins leans back and kicks a beautiful drop punt from Fetty. And the Blue Baggers have got their third. They're 3-1-19, 7 points up over the Giants, who are 2 straight goals on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Mickey Roberts for Bob Jane T-Marts.
Just noticed, Baz, number 12, Tom Green, came into the game with a strapped head, so obviously an injury from last week. Akers back on the ground, opened up behind the right ear, exactly the same bandage.
And again, that resulted in a free kick, but it's becoming a little bit of a habit right now. It's coming straight out of centre bounce, as you mentioned, Joey. It's becoming an issue for GWS, so they either need to lock on at centre bounce a little bit tighter or make sure that their mids can get to work.
I love this. The skipper's put himself in the centre bounce. Toby Green said, hey, you boys aren't getting it done.
Yes.
Get me in here, Baz. I'll get it sorted.
That's it. Let's see what he does.
In there with Cal Ward back in the side this week. Kelly's in there as well. And Riccardi in the ruck against De Koning. De Koning wins that tap easily, only as far as Kelly. Little 1-2 with Riccardi. Then off a standing start, he belts it up to the 50. Tunnelling ball. It's slapped down. Oh, good tackle laid. The handball came loose. It's only as far as Elijah Hollins. And then Kennedy ran into a dead-end street. And illegally disposed of. So Kelly at true centre-half forward. He looks up, players leaking forward. A left foot ball out into the pocket, climbing high. Cadman pulls down a great mark, 30 out on a 45.
The beautiful kick from Josh Kelly, full stretch, arms right up above the head. You can see the talent in this young man. He reminds me of a really young Jeremy Cameron, the way that he sort of moves and his style and athleticism, and we're starting to see him, and he's going to continue to grow and reach some sort of heights, I think, as a player.
And they got that clearance, so I don't want to harp back on it, but it's just someone else to watch. Toby Green goes, where's the focus go?
Yeah.
Who gets it? Kelly.
9 goals, 3 for the year. Kicking to the left of your dial. It starts at left. And it's not coming back. One behind. 2 goals, 1-13. Carlton 3-1-19. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So Williams will bring it in from full-back for the Blues. Good sprightly start to this one. Choice Hotels around the ground, Zeef. What happened earlier today?
Earlier today, Collingwood, another win, 42 points over Port Adelaide. They were trailing by 31 points early stage in the first quarter, so a 73-point turnaround. Big win for the Pies, that one.
That's official. The Pies are back. I don't think they ever went anywhere, but they are certainly back in business. Jordan De Goey was chatted to after the game by the Triple M crew, and we're going to have a listen to that at half-time of this game. Jordan De Goey had another ripper today. And a win to the Pies. The ball's gone out of bounds here on the broadcast wing. 6 points up at Carlton over the Giants from the kick-in. 18 and a half minutes now into the first term. De Koning in front in the ruck on the wing. Tried to hand pass off to Cripps, didn't missed him. And Callaghan grabbed it for the Giants. Kicks him forward. No mark taken. Footy on the deck. Swooping on it, Cowan. Did pretty well. Hand pass back to Williams for the Blues. He drives the ball across the wing. Himmelberg's got the sit here. Couldn't complete the mark, but picked it up on the bounce. Hand pass to Lear. Hand pass to Callaghan. He'll go back by hand to Ward.
Whitfield now. Left foot ball wide for Halloran. Takes it in front of the interchange gates. Inside on the 45. Just the 15 to Kelly. Releasing handball for Himmelberg, who wants to drive it immediately inside 50. Numbers here with the Blues. Good front and centre. Green got knocked off it. And now little Harvey Thomas in the pocket, tucked, slipped on the kick. Newman missed the handball. Nervous moments here for the Blues. They want to clear the area. The tackle's been laid. Good stuff from Hogan. No prior opportunity for Wiedering, says the umpire. Ball up, left forward pocket for the Giants. They trail this one by 6 points.
No pride, but if you've got one arm ping, they do say that is a chance to get rid of it, and he didn't. So a bit lucky there was Wiedering.
The ball up, sees the ball throw. Harvey Thomas does well. Ground level foot. He got it to Riccardi by hand. A lot of traffic around this pill. A lot of pressure on it. Grips. Dives on top. Got it out to Newman in the back pocket. Hand pass back to Williams. Rush kick back to Kennedy at half back. Controlled it well though for the Blues. Punches out a hand pass and a long kick now from Akers back on the ground. But Waters marked 55 out. Goes quickly inside. And young Thomas has marked 45 out on a slight angle.
And great pressure from GWS there in their forward half, or forward 50, sorry.
Played on quickly, got it towards his teammate in Cadman, who had a flying shot but come off the instep of the boot, and the Blues to repel out of the back pocket through Akers. Short kick to Cowan.
Cowan in the side this week.
Outside 5.
McGovern out with that injury. Sard not there either. So Stocks down in defence for the Blues.
Outside 5.
As they build their way down this broadcast wing. Durden. A high penetrating drop punt. Parked underneath pit net, was worked under it. And Buckley takes it on his chest and wants to go immediately. Dangerous ball.
Stand.
He's got Ward right on defensive 50. Wants to complete the switch now to Wyden. He's got a man out wide if he needs him, and he heads in that direction now.
Stand.
So the Giants trail this one here by 6 points as they build from half back. A long penetrating left boot, Briggs underneath, Cadman at the back, missed the handball to Brown, pickpocketed there by Williams, who twists, turns, flicks the accelerator, and then a spearing ball's wide to Owies out on the full.
Scoreboard reads 3-1-19 Carlton, 2-1-13 the Giants. And we're 21 minutes now into this one in the first term. Ash has got it at half back for the Giants. They have possession. Kicks right into the centre to Whitfield. Drills it past 20 metres forward to Tommy Green, who looks directly in front of the goal to the left of our broadcast position and goes for the long drop punt. Off front and square, Toby Green broke the first tackle, not the second. You reckon he was gonzo? No. Snuck out a hand pass. Riccardi has a snap from the pocket. Has he got this? He has.
I thought you were responsible.
The Giants bring the scores level with their third goal. It's 3-1-19 apiece, 22 first term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Now, I'm not sure what the Carlton fans are booing for. I mean, that was a bit of individual brilliance from Toby Green. He was front and square. He broke through one tackle. He was taken high. It didn't matter. He stood up in the tackle anyway and got a clean handball out to Riccardi, who finished on the snap. Real easy build-up, wasn't it, from the Giants? Just beautiful foot skills. They picked their way through. Got to that launch zone, 70 metres out. Deep entry. Perfect spot from Toby Green. Good game of footy.
Good game.
Great game of footy. Some good games coming up later today. Choice hotels around the grounds.
Yeah, Western Derby, West Coast v Freo. Huge game, that one. The Eagles finally fancying their chances a little bit in that game after 3 or 4 years of blowouts Freo's way. And then Brisbane v Geelong. Real interesting game to gather, of course, both games on Triple M.
Yes.
For McDonald's and Room Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Pitnet tries to barge his way through the pack. Ball ricochets and then a gang tackle laid on Ward. We'll do it all again right next to the centre circle.
Thanks, Callan.
22 gone first term, all tied up 19 apiece. As the sharing goes back up and down, Pitnet spikes for territory. And as far as got it up to Callahan, who fans the kick wide. That's a beautifully weighted ball to Toby Green. Just attacking side of this broadcast wing. He looks up now and pumps a high, long one inside 50. Riccardi out of position. The spoil came. Mopped up at ground level, Elijah Hollins. His handball cut off. O'Halloran claimed by Cripps. You're not coming out of that, son. We'll have a ball up here, 35 metres out from the Giants' goal.
Thrown in the air, the Giants buzz around underneath. Little tap down will go to Akers, though. Head bandaged up, hand past Cowan. And he throws it onto his right boot for the Blues. Then Fantasia marks in the centre of the ground. The Blues have got some space here. Hollins streams through. Long ball to Curnow. It'll bounce in front of him in the square. Got a high bounce. He didn't want that. Allowed Buckley and hand pass to Alir. Hand pass back to Buckley. Another one into the back pocket to Wyden. And he bounces towards half back for the Giants.
Just floats a little one over the top to Himmelberg. At right half back. He's happy to slow things up and then pops another short kick to Ward. Back in the side this week. He squirts another short one. Finds Ash. They're just patiently chipping it around here. They've worked their way to the centre circle. Himmelberg again with ball in hand. And now he'll send it inside 50. Oh, flew early there, Toby. And he hasn't heard the whistle. The umpire's going to bring it back. Free kick to Newman. Left back pocket.
Time back on, stand.
Has it for Carlton. All tied up, 3-1 apiece. Good start, 24 and a half first term. Newman onto his left, goes out wide to Kennedy.
Outside 5.
Who's right on the boundary outer side of the ground on defensive 50. Short towards Elijah Hollins over his head. Ash worked him underneath it. Tommy Green came in. Hand pass maybe back to Tommy, but it went to his toes. Allowed Cowan in. Little hand pass off to Williams. Then to Walsh through the centre go the Blues. Look at him run. Fantasia's got it. Hand pass off to Cottrell. Little short ball wide to Carding. That was brilliant. He marks 35 out directly in front. Scoring opportunity coming up for the Blues.
Well, they nearly gave it away. They turned it over in the middle of the ground, but again, just their ability to get the ball back and quick transition is what killed GWS there. Great entry coming in, and just De Koning able to find himself all alone.
So De Koning settles. Scores dead level at the moment. 26 first term. Half post high drop punt. It's a good one. Carlton out to a 6-point lead. 4-1 plays 3-1. And that's all on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
They're both teams really good transition teams, moving the ball from the back half. So if anyone can win these critical contests through the middle of the ground, they are getting some really good opportunities. So that time it was Cowan that pounced on the loose ball, and Giants report goal side, meant the Blues were out and running. Cottrell involved again. What's some of the Red Z lenders doing, Heath?
The pressure at the moment between both sides, probably something Carlton needs to work on, despite the fact they just kicked that goal. 153 their pressure factor. They are number one in the competition at pressure. 190 is where they normally sit. Giants, on the other hand, 217. They rank 15th, so both teams kind of flipping a little bit at the moment.
Already 6 lead changes in this first term for McDonald's and Ream High Water. Triple M rocks footy. Back up and down. Briggs palms it out wide into the path of green. Gets worked off it. Cripps handballs forward. Cottrell got boot to ball. It ricochets out wide. Hewitt, he handballs it up. Akers got it back. And now a low flat darting ball from Walsh was to perfection. Streaming out on the lead. Durden takes it 40 out directly in front.
It's great to see the influence Sam Walsh is having in his first game back last week. He was brilliant just watching him live. His work rate to just get from contest to contest. He helped provide the outnumber. He worked over to support Blake Akers for the handball receive, and then nice composed finish. He's in good nick.
For his first for the afternoon, Durden. Straight over David Roden's hat. Durden hits the scoreboard. They extend their lead, the Blues. They're 5-1-31. The Giants 3-1-19. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Yeah, the Blues, again, when they're getting the ball in space or it's through movement is when they're looking really dangerous. Heath, you mentioned before, their pressure's a little bit lower. The kind of game that GWS are playing at the moment is that short kick disposal game. So it holds it up, it eliminates them being able to bring that front on pressure. So if they can keep the ball on the ground, if they can get the ball moving forward, then it'll allow them to be able to attack and obviously get that hit that scoreboard reward.
Yeah, Red Set lending stats, that's where they are dominating at the moment. Carlton is at ground level, plus 13 contested balls, centre clearance is 6-1. That's 4 goals from stoppage for the quarter. Giants haven't scored from that source, so 4 of Carlton's 5 goals from stoppage.
There's Ethan Meldon and also the Triple M Seabus Super Special comment, Sarah Hosking there. We just got back from Las Vegas, like Hangover 8 it was. For her and her crew, it was enormous. You'll get involved in that one. And Joe Montagna's here as well. As the Blues work it out of the centre. And Cottrell's got it. Kick to the forward pocket. De Koning up again. The young man couldn't bring it down. Cripps. The Rolls Royce has got it. He's tackled by 2 Giants. The ball spills off his boot, and Ash has got to clean up in the back pocket for the Giants. Little hand pass. Buckley. Short ball is good. He gives it to Ward by hand from Green. He's got Ash running out of half-back. Now a driving drop punt forward of the wing for the Giants.
They've got numbers out here. Cadman takes the mark. Just attacking side of that outer wing. He wheels and goes. And then pumps a long ball inside 50. Good shape, Brown. Ball out the back. Hogan had to pick it up and be clean. Couldn't. But he butters up and lays a good tackle on Kemp. Ball at ground level. It's shoveled out. Numbers with the Blues. Wiedering. Got it to Boyd. That's an awkward-looking kick. Bounces just inside the field of play, and the umpire pays some leniency and says throw it in. Left forward pocket here for the Giants. They trail by 12 points at this stage. 29 minutes gone first term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
So the Blues doing the job at the moment. The Giants inside forward 50. As Briggs and Pitnet just both wrestle themselves away from the boundary throw. So the ball's on the deck, trying to barge through Daniels. Carlton working in numbers, little punch back, hand pass off, and Kemp might have been a little kick out of the pack. It bounces in towards the centre. Ward lays a heavy tackle. The umpire's going to ping the player at the bottom, and that's the Carlton player who's set on the footy, and Elijah Hollands. So Ward will get the free kick just forward of the centre for the Giants.
He's got players with arms out on the open side. Instead he squirts a flat one. It was cut off well. At the spill there was Cottrell. Got it to Williams. Took a couple on. And he's been pinged. There was 2 Giants And he thought he could do everything there, Zach Williams, and he was penalised. So the Giants will go back for a set shot from 40 metres out. Toby Bedford with ball in hand.
Yeah, he just needed to really play the percentages there. Zach Williams, he was under pressure. He should have just got it on the boot, cleared the area, trusted his forwards to try and win a contest. Instead, as you so well called, Tim, he just tried to do a little bit too much, and now he's giving the Giants a shot right before quarter time.
A rejuvenated career for this man, coming across from the Ds. They love him up forward. He's only got the 3 majors for the year to date. They really need this one, the Giants. At the 11th hour of quarter time, he leans back and he threads it home. Bedford gets the goal, margin back to 6 points here at Marvel Stadium. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Good accurate kicking too, both sides. 9 goals, 2 combined. Forward pressure of the Giants. Their tackling's been good, Ethan, the Giants in this first quarter.
Yeah, Red Zed lending stats, triple the tackles so far to the Giants, 24-8. It's the equal biggest number in any quarter by any team this season so far.
Bob Jane T-Marts, Mickey.
Yeah, all the assistant coaches at Carlton have come down, so it's nearly quarter time. Unbelievable. A big crowd in, so noisy. GWS, Bedford kicks that goal. Silence, like a library.
Well, they're within 6 points of upsetting this big crowd at the moment. It's a long way to go in the game for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. There'll be no time left in this because we're at quarter time. So the umpire will throw it in the air. He bounces it. Pitnet got a slap towards the Blues half-forward line. Siren goes. It's quarter time at Marvel Stadium. 5-1-31 Carlton. 4-1-25 the Giants. Big Tim Solly's here today calling the action. Sarah Hosking and Joe Montagna are looking after us. Ethan Meldrum and the voice of Triple M footy, Mickey Roberts. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy.
That quarter, the Titanium Caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks footy.
feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's.
Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, it comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We're all about savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free, J-Trax free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyre's free. Plus up to $200 instant cash back on selected Bridgestone, BF Goodrich, Pirelli and Michelin tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Give your next road trip a boost with up to 15% off breaks of 2 nights or more when you book direct at choicehotels.com. Boost your well-being, boost your energy, boost your happiness. Choice Hotels has over 170 locations across Australia and New Zealand. Plus, you'll get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, book it with Choice Hotels. Select travel dates between April and June only. Book by April 21. Subject to availability. T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for full details.
Large soy caramel mocha frappuccino with extra caramel.
Cut through the blah to hear more of what you want with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology. Book an appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Bunnings Trade. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details.
Quarter time, Marvel Stadium, Carlton 5-131, leading the Giants 4-125. A real entertaining contest. It's been going back and forth, 6 lead changes, and a real entertaining contest between two sides that are seen as genuine contenders this year. We'll head down the boundary first with Bob Jane T-Marts. They've got great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Mickey Roberts.
Yeah, Adam Kingsley took a while to get to his huddle, and he was down here studying Carlton's mids on the laptop, just how many possessions, what was going on. So that's all about Sam Walsh having another cracker, just backing up from last week. So they've got to do something in that middle because they are a potent centre line in both sides, that's for sure. As you said, 6 lead changes and it's a quick game. Just spoke to the AFL. They reckon there's 38,600 in. So I reckon a crowd just under 40 is a pretty good result.
Good stuff, Mickey. Hot water need replacing. Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a ream. Eat some of the big stats that caught your eye in that first term.
Yeah, 2 very different game styles from both sides. Carlton just dominating clearance and contested ball, plus 16 contested ball. 4 of their 5 goals coming from stoppage. The Giants ramped up the pressure, 215 their pressure factor, triple the tackles, and all of their scores coming from turnover. So 2 very different game styles so far. Leading players on the ground, Paddy Cripps, 10 touches, 5 clearances. Sam Walsh, 8 disposals, 3 scoring bubbles in the first quarter for the Giants. Callahan, Whitfield and Tom Green, 7 apiece.
Yeah, well, Ethan really summed it up there. That's Carlton winning it on the ground level and on the inside. And they've scored 3 goals from centre bounce. It was a big factor in that first quarter. But the Giants seem pretty comfortable on the outside. Their ball use, they took, I think, almost 30 marks in that first quarter. They were looking like they were picking their way through Carlton's team defence. So if they can just break a bit more even in the stoppages this quarter, the Giants, I think they will be happy with where the game's at. So that they look like they can kick their way through. Carlton, they've been very good. I love the combination Cripps and Walsh. Like seeing them back together. Cripps wins it on the inside. Sam Walsh is always there to receive the handballs, and then they break and they play from there. It's a great combination. They've looked dangerous.
Absolutely, and it's crazy to think that Sam Walsh has missed a number of games and just slotted straight back in, and the highest rated player last week, and again he's picking right up where he left off.
Sarah Hosking and Joe Montagna there for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. We start the second term with the Blues up by 6 points, 5 goals to 4 in that first term. An exciting start to the game. Hewitt's got it for Carlton. Hand pass to Kennedy in the centre. Then to Walsh. Was tackled, lost it, and Toby Green picked up the spillage. Burst through their forward 50, the Giants. Hand pass out wide was okay towards Briggs, and then he went over the top of the footy. The Blues try and hold them up at half-back. Kemp was hanging over the footy. Little toe poke out of the pack gets to Hewitt. Little hand pass off to Walsh. Walsh drills it past to Durden. He marks in the centre. Sprints away. Low drop punt to Curnow. And Big Taz. 55 out, vacant goal square, loads up and he's gone right and kicked a point. The Blues were behind 30 seconds into the second term. They lead by 7 points on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Whitfield down the line. Bedford had to sit and wait. Took it in the end. True centre wing, broadcast side. For a couple of steps, he just belts it long for territory. The spoil came there from Hogan out the back. Toby Green, he sizes him up, snaps, and right on the last line, Kemp ushers it through for a minor score. 1 minute gone, second term. It's back to a 6-point margin to the favour of Carlton on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Tackle this season with the Bunnings Trade Power Pass. The essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Mickey Roberts for Bob Jones Team Arts.
Have a look at Zach Williams in that last contest. Right ankle just trotting out now. That was a bad knock for him, but he's going to stay out on the ground.
Delivered back inside for the Blues, or outside their defensive 50. Kicked off the ground, Lockie Ash. Toe pokes it back inside for the Giants. Williams got a bit of work to do. Overran the footy, punched out towards Young. Louis Young hand pass to Kemp. Kemp's kick was touch. I heard from the umpires. Callahan on the end of it, half forward for the Giants. Hand pass to Buckley was good. He goes short and wide to the outer side, and Cadman's got it. Tommy Green's screaming for it. The leader is Hogan, and he marks 49 out on the boundary line outer side of the ground. So a tough kick from there, Joey.
Yeah, I think they'll take that, Carlton. I don't think Jesse Hogan will go for goal. He'll probably try and pass it off.
Which he does, into the pocket, and it's unsuccessful to Toby Green. The ball slapped out of his hands, and the ball goes out of bounds 20 around from the goal.
Just watching Toby Green, he's getting a little bit too much leg rope for my liking if I was a Carlton supporter inside 50 in this game. If they keep doing that, they're flirting with danger. He will break out at some stage. Zach Williams needs to tighten up.
So they're deep in attack here, the Giants. Ball spins back in, Pitnet and Briggs. Briggs belts it back towards the line. Tom Green handballs to Daniels, who snaps it high over his left shoulder. Toby Green flew. But coming back with a flight, a good courageous mark taken by Kennedy, who's in game 100 today. The boy from Colin Gully, Ashmont Kapuka. He spits it wide on the 45, and he's got Newman, who completes the switch. Wiedering from half back. A driving drop punt to a one-on-one. Good contest there. Fantasia just knocked Perryman off it. He handball missed Elijah Hollins, and now O'Halloran got it to Tom Green, and they'll build here from half back through Ash.
Ash, little hand pass back to Perryman. They want the corridor. That's what they're trying to get, and they've found it now. Kick into the centre is okay. Green little hand pass off to Callahan. Left foot, long drop punt, driving ball to full forward. Green tries to work his opponent, Williams, underneath the footy. Held his ground, got a fist on it, thumped it out of bounds for the Blues. Left forward pocket deep for the Giants.
1 metre.
At the moment, it is a 6-point lead to Carlton, and we're 4 minutes into the second term.
So boundary umpire tosses this one back in. Briggs front spot, but the ball falls to the back. Toby Green there. Walsh. Ollie Hollins tries to jam it out of the congestion. He's seeking comfort in the boundary line, and always takes it over. Umpire says throw it in.
Gee, there are sore boys everywhere for Carlton in this quarter. Rob already said about Zach Williams. We saw Lockie Cowan cop a big bump now. Nick Newman's limping. So they're just going to have to dig in here, a few of these Carlton defenders this quarter.
So 60 around from the Giants' goal. Boundary throwing out of side of the ground.
Block, Carlton.
A blocking free kick will go to the Blues in the ruck against Briggs. It'll go to Pitnet.
Oh my God, thanks,
and he's on defensive 50.
Stand.
Looks to the outer side wing. It's a low sort of 30-metre drop punt to Kennedy.
That's on
Is
5.
it game 100, Heath, for Kennedy?
And game 100 doing well as well. 10 disposals for him so far.
Red's Ed style. He started well. Kicks it back to Kemp,
Play on.
who's got a defensive side of the wing for Carlton. Low drop punt about 30 metres is okay.
That's on 5.
He finds Elijah Hollins, who goes onto the right foot, a high ball to full forward.
Curnow just got some separation on Buckley, and almost uncontested in the end, takes it 40 out on a 45.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Jack Buckley. Just lost him. Lost all touch and feel, and got caught standing flat-footed looking at the ball, and Charlie Curnow just slipped behind and then worked to the front, and as you said, took an uncontested mark in the end.
His first for the afternoon. Had a shot from outside 50 to this end of the ground. He spins the ball, steals himself. Ooh. And you hear the sighs from the Blues faithful. He's hung it out to the right, one behind. They are 6-4-34, the Giants 4-2-26. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard. Mickey Roberts for Bob Jones Team Arts.
Yeah, Joey, one of those sore boys is Newman. Come off with a knee knock, so they were screaming at him. Had the doctor out to him. He's off the ground now.
Whitfield, long kick from full back. Riccardi good. Worked his way to the front of the pack and marked on the wing. Defensive side for the Giants. Spins it in one hand. Just stands flat-footed. Looks inboard to the corridor. He just drives it about 40 metres across the wing here, broadcast side. Iden In fact, it was Brown who flew very late from behind, then pulled out of the contest. Cowan got it for Carlton. Little hand pass off to Hewitt. Back to Cowan. Short kick to Cripps in the centre. Look at Cripper go. He spun around. There was no one there. So he drives it long towards Curnow in the square. With him was DeConing. Big fly. In fact, it was Mackay. Big fly. No mark. Punched out the side of the... Alir's going to go for the Giants. Claim the footy. Burst through. Hand pass off to Kelly. And the Giants are out of trouble at halfback.
Strikes the ball long. He's got Green with a lot of leg rope again, Joey. He twists. Jams the ball inside 50. He's got Hogan. He thought about kicking. The man on the mark's moved. No, says the umpire. So a bit of leg rope there for Williams, because he did move on the mark. But Hogan will go back for a set shot. He'll probably hit this from just outside 50.
Take his best kick from here, Jesse Hogan. Pretty accurate, but not necessarily the longest, most penetrating kick anymore.
Kick one at the 12-minute mark of the first term. He does the tight rider action. Hits it from 48. That is gorgeous. Hogan gets his second. And it's back to a one-point ball game. Carlton 5-3-33. The Giants 5-2-32. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Tackle this season with the Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details. Bob Jane, Team Arts, and Mickey Roberts.
Yeah, fitness test for Newman down here. So knee knock. I reckon he's passed it. He's given the thumbs up. So that's good news, Carlton.
Pretty easy transition in the end, wasn't it, Sarah, from defensive 50. It was Lee Kalir that won the ball, handballed out, and then they were open on the outer side, and they were streaming forward. Jesse Hogan wanted to get the ball into Cadman, who was running to the goal square, but as they said, the man on the mark sort of moved. And what are they going at from D50 to inside 50, from the Giants? It seems like they're moving coast to coast pretty comfortably.
Oh, very well picked by you, Joey. 55% of the time, defensive 50 to forward 50. The comp average, 24%. So the Giants are killing Carlton in that regard.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Elijah Hollins does well. Grabbed the footy and then squeezed out of a couple of tackles. Long ball to full forward. Mackay flies 20 out. Spills the ground. Look at a big Charlie Curnow. Has a snap on the left. And he misses to the left. And through from behind. 5-4-34 the Blues. 5-2-32 the Giants. The Blues by 2 points. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Charlie's starting to look dangerous. That's his third shot on goal this quarter. Again, Jesse Hogan just slotted that last one, who sits top of the Coleman leaderboard. Charlie Curnow following behind.
Had more time there, Charlie.
Stand!
So they'll build here, the Giants. Iden takes the mark right where the 50-metre arc meets the boundary. He's going to go back to the top of the defensive goal square where he's got Ash. Bit of run and dash. He sends it to the outer side. Will it sit for Buckley? It does. He tight ropes the boundary and then bombs a long drop punt down the line. Numbers with the Blues. Williams couldn't mark. Lewis Young just dropped it, and then he dives on top and hatches it. The umpire says, give it to me. So 9.5 gone second term. Carlton lead by 2 points. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. We're at left half forward here for the Giants.
Ball thrown in the air. Working his way out of it was the big man Briggs, but he got tackled, dragged to the ground. The ball went out of bounds. So 65 around from the Giants' goal.
Okay, Kieran and Tom.
Seabus Super special comments this afternoon. Joe Montagna and Sarah Hosking. Sarah just back from Las Vegas. Most people walk off a plane. She was escorted off.
Half my soul's still there.
Dark sunglasses, paparazzi snapping everywhere.
That was Jess, not me.
I don't know what happened over there, but just pick up the papers tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. Kick inside forward 50 for the Giants has been cut off. And the Blues work it back to the centre, but Harvey Thomas got in the way. Daniels receives it by hand. Little hand pass. Kelly can have a shot from 40. Kelly! Nice from the Giants. GWS hit the front. They go back to 6 goals, 2-38. The 5-4-34 Carlton, 10.5 second term. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Again, the forward handballs. It was Harvey Thomas, Jacob Ware, just handballing forward, flicking it forward, but with control and with precision. Young Harvey Thomas. That was a beautiful handball. Didn't have to break stride. Young Jacob Ware to find Brent Daniels, and then we know the class of Josh Kelly. So again, they're continuing to look dangerous, the Giants, when they win the ball, uncontested possession, outside style.
And Sarah, those misses from Carlton up to that northern end of the ground, they're proving costly.
Absolutely, and I think that's the difference at the moment, is just in front of goal. They're both teams relatively even on inside 50 count. They're getting some looks and shots on goal.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Ball down, Cripps out the back door. Hewitt, high left foot ball up to the 50. Himmelberg with intent, spikes it forward. Tom Green couldn't quite grab the handle. Hewitt again, low and hard in the ward tackle. Cripps flicks it up. Elijah Hollands, wobbly worm burner. And it's turned. Oh, no, Harry, you can't do that. He hadn't played on. So Buckley will get a 50-metre penalty. Will take him to the middle of the ground.
Gee, it was close. Buckley was about to play. It took half a step. If it had been maybe a full step, it would have been okay, but...
Big H thought I've got him here. Just a little bit early.
The eyes lit up.
Kicked the Perryman on the wing, but he's kicked it out in the full for the Giants, so Zach Williams will bring it back in for the Blues at half back. Bob Jane T-Mart's Mickey Roberts.
Young Brent Daniels took himself off the ground, medial side, right knee. Physio doctor in the rooms with the young bloke.
Not good news for the Giants. Sam Taylor last week. Short ball Williams back to deep in the back pocket to Wiedering. The All-Australian just kicks across the goal he's defending. To Kemp, who slips and regains his footing and kicks back to the wing, but the kick not good. Short ball will come in here and Bedford will take the mark. So he's 50 metres out for the Giants. Elijah Holland stands the mark. He's once a leader. He just pops it up to Riccardi. Boyd's too small. He won't spoil that, and Riccardi's marked 35 to 40 out on a slight angle.
Well, we spoke before about Carlton missing a few of their key defenders in Adam Sard and Mitch McGovern again. They're just struggling to get that defensive transition and work the ball out of their D50. GWS having the ability just to hit those short targets on transition.
So Riccardi kicked one in the first term. At the moment, the Giants have the lead by 4 points, 13 and a half second term. Riccardi fires, and they've got the lead by 10 points. 7-2-44 plays 5-4-34. And the Giants lead, and that's all on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats, Sarah, was spot on. We're talking about the Giants ball movement earlier. 54% of the time they're going from their defensive 50 to forward 50. Carlton, on the other hand, going at a third of that, going at 18%, which is well below the competition average. Forward half intercepts, the Giants lead that 9-3 at this stage. That's now 7 goals from turnover, all 7 GWS goals from turnover so far.
Yeah, wow. And the Blues are looking like they're missing a bit of run off half back. I mean, Zach Williams has got his hands full with Toby Green, so he's not really providing it. The others haven't really got going, and it's already 7 marks inside 50 for the Giants. So they're just continuing to pick their way through. They're finding little gaps, and as we keep saying, they look really threatening when they get ball in hand.
Joe Montagna, Sarah Hosking on the Triple M Seabus Super special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. Back in the middle again. As Pitnet wins the tap down towards Cripper, who paddles it to himself. Ward wearing him like a glove. And then belting it inside 50, Kelly. Clean hands, Riccardi flicked it up to Toby Green. Loops a handball over the top. The snap from Bedford from the pocket. Sensational finish. They've kicked the last 5 goals, the Giants. 2 to Bedford. And they lead 8-2-50. Carlton 5-4-34. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Well, they're going to put a score on the board again. They've already got 50 points, still halfway through the second quarter. Carlton gave up 100 last week to the Crows. Tried to play a shootout, backfired on them. They're allowing the Giants, and I wouldn't want to be playing in a shootout against the GWS Giants. We've spoken so much about their skill level and their ball movement. This is danger times now for the Blues. They've got to get this ball in their front half, Sarah. Try and play it in their third of the ground and lock it in for a little bit, because at the moment it's getting out too easy.
Spot on, and when they're using that handball chains, GWS, they're just they know exactly where their players are going to be. They can rely that they're going to get the ball out. So bring that pressure, Carlton, and start getting your hands on the footy.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, Pitnet grabs it out of the ruck for Carlton and just pumps it inside forward, 50, Big H in front of Aaliyah, front and square. Elijah Hollands grabs it, fires from 35 and nearly misses everything. Way to the left and through for a behind for the Blues. 5-5-35 plays 8-2-50. Bunnings trade scoreboard. Don't forget at half-time, after the Pies' big win over Port Adelaide by 42 points earlier today, Jordan De Goey, the superstars, going to join us. Well, he had a chat to the boys after the game, the boys and girls. Kate was there as well, and we'll have a listen to that at half-time.
Pitnet, broadcast wing, got it to Kemp, got it to Akers, who belts it around his left shoulder up to the 50 and parked underneath Perryman.
Stand!
It's Been the tale of the term. 4 behinds to Carlton, 4 goals to the Giants. They lead by 16.
Outside 5.
They'll build again
Outside
from right
5.
half back. Callahan from a standing start, pokes it into the hole.
Stand.
And running into it, Ward. Back in the side this week, Callum Ward. Game 297. Only a couple away from that magic 300 figure.
Yours.
As Callahan again goes into the corridor now. He's got O'Halloran. Drive by from Ward. He ignores that. And then off a couple of steps, he belts it long into the hot spot. Ball falls out the back through the hands of Newman. Dangerous moments here. Flicked up. Cadman on the left. They've kicked 6 in a row, the Giants. Much like the Pies earlier today at the MCG, they're piling them on. And with 9 minutes to go in the second term, they're 9-2-56. The Blues 5-5-35. That's on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
They look all at sea a little bit here, the Blues. I think they're not sure what to do about it. I'm trying to watch Michael Voss down on the boundary line. That there's so many holes on this field in their team defence. The Giants are picking them apart. And if they're not marking it inside 50, they still look dangerous at ground level. Harvey Thomas involved again. Clever little shovel handball out. And they are full of confidence right now. GWS, Carlton are going to need to maybe go into some sort of different mode. Maybe for 5 minutes, put an extra behind the ball. Try something to slow this momentum because it could get out of hand pretty quick.
Bossy on the bench. Harvey Norman replay this weekend at Harvey Norman. Samsung 65-inch OLED TV now at $2,781. Save over $900. You need to hurry while the stocks last. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water Triple M Rocks footy. What can the Blues do? Who steps up? It's Cripps. Breaks the tackle in the centre. Drives a low drop punt to full forward. Offhands it spills to Kennedy. Hand pass Curnow. Has a snap from 40 and he's hooked it. And kicked another point. 5-6 Carlton 36. 9-2-56 the Giants.
Red Z lending stats. That's one thing Carlton are doing well. Centre clearances 11-3. Sixth time they've scored from a centre clearance, the Blues.
4 behinds this quarter to Charlie Curnow.
5 goals since the 8th mark of this term as Callum Brown, the Irishman, climbs over the top of Kemp at right half back. He's looking corridor, nothing on, so he'll just send a worm-burning mongrel punt down the line, and Toby Green, he takes it. He's got someone on loose in the pocket, and he heads in that direction. He's got Cadman. 30 out, 2 metres in from the boundary.
You mentioned it before, Joey. Carlton have chucked an extra behind the ball, and it was Charlie Curnow, but again, he found himself on his lonesome there, just unable to impact when GWS are hitting that ball straight to a target on the chest.
I didn't see it.
So for 2 in a minute for Cadman to get the margin out to 28 points. Sinks the left slipper in. He's pushed it across the face and off the hands of Newman out of bounds. Bob Jane, T-Marts, Robbo.
Big decisions down here for Brent Daniels. As I said, right knee, medial side, heavily strapped now. Kingsley talking to him. He's done a fitness test down here. He's going to tell the coach, I'll risk it. I'm going out. So a little bloke's going to have a real go at it.
Footy spins back into play, hugged up against the point post for the Giants. They're in dangerous territory again, Carlton, as they try to work it out. Hand pass comes out to Kennedy. He just hacks a kick to the wing. There's no one home, and it's a race to the footy in front of Robbo. And a fierce tackle laid by Akers into the bench goes wet. And his teammates pick him back up, and Akers just looks up and sees a plethora of orange jumpers and says, stuff this, I'm getting out of here. And he runs away as quick as he can.
Ball back in. Pitnet, Briggs too strong, took it, handballs for territory, Daniels closed down Camp, got boot to ball up to the 50, ricochets to Ward, he's claimed by Cripps, and the umpire says holding the pill. The advantage not really there, but they're going to take it. Akers nurses it, Kennedy dropped what he should have taken, handballs back up to Kemp, pressure on the kick, down the line, and parked underneath, good mark Himmelberg.
Himmelberg will trot back with a footy.
Play on.
And kick across half-back. At the moment, a 20-point lead to the Giants.
Stand.
And we're 21 minutes now into the second term. Ash is marked. And the Giants have the footy at half-back. Goes short to Buckley.
Play on.
So no pressure on any of these kicks at the moment as the Giants just present themselves to each other.
Outside 5. Play on.
Kick across to Wyden, who's on the defensive side of the wing here, broadcast side. Another short kick to Whitfield.
Stand.
Well, they're doing this nicely. Another short one to O'Halloran. Hand pass back to Asher's run on. He broke the tackle of Fantasia. Delivered real short to Bedford. Newman was onto that, but his hand pass missed Williams. There's Daniels on the ground, as Robbo said. Spins around, grabs the footy. Short kick back to full forward. No mark taken. Toby Green dives on top of the footy. And 3 or 4 with him, about 25 from the Giants' goal. It'll be another ball up.
Kieran and Mark.
Geez, they look, when they're on the go, they are impressive, the Giants.
Well, I think for me at the moment, they're the premiership favourites, the Giants, and we're seeing why this afternoon.
Newman only as far as Daniels. Duck through the tackle. Flick to Toby Green, who snaps. And he's only just snuck that in for one behind. 22-minute mark of the second. Giants 9-3-57, leading the Blues 5-6-36. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard as Hogan was just getting some work on the hip flexor down there on the boundary. The kick in ensues. It's long and strong. Mackay the target. Lee Kalia over the top, knocks it towards the boundary line. It's out of bounds.
You mentioned Alir, Timmy. He's been outstanding today. Again, Harry Mackay not really having an influence on the game. He hasn't got, I don't think he's got too many disposals, Heath, but he has had an impact at an aerial level, being able to spoil the ball and eliminate Harry Mackay, getting his hands on it.
Yeah, Red Zed, 3 disposals, but 4 tackles. Harry Mackay, 4 touches, just the one behind for him. Went goalless in both of his games against the Giants last year, Harry Mackay.
Triple M Red Zed Landing stats with Ethan Meldrum this afternoon. Little kick to the wing out here. The Blues trying to work it out, but again, Giants have the numbers. Tommy Green got it towards Whitfield, who kicks them back inside forward 50. It'll be a 5-on-4 against the Giants, but they win it. Weeder, his kick was smothered, spilled to Toby Green, tried to run along the ground for the forward pocket, and Curnow got in the way, and off his sort of knee it rolls in through a rush point. As Louis Young happy to see it and tap it through for Carlton, who are under enormous pressure at the moment. That's a 22-point lead now to the Giants' 23-second term.
Well, that's a problem with them sending Charlie Curnow behind the ball is it means they've got nothing forward of the ball. So the Giants have got the extra defender, so they'll end up winning this ball back. And again, just keep putting pressure on Carlton's defenders.
There's Harry. Stood up tall, good contested mark this time against the Lear. That'll do his confidence the world of good. Takes it at left half back. Just over 5 minutes left in this second term. Giants leading it by 22, as Baz said. They go long and strong. Barkley gave it the 2 hands in the back, and it's a free kick to pit net.
Push in the back. Back here.
No, it's going to go to Briggs, is it? Well, I'm certain that was going the other way. Joey, Sarah, how'd you see that?
You saw it was Jack Buckley that pushed Mark Pitnet into Briggs. So that's where the frustration lies with the supporters.
So the king across the wing, Cowan, and dropped the mark, but he's got to go again. The young blue tried to shove it out sideways. In the way, though, Giants are plenty, and a punched out hand pass will go to Whitfield on the wing. He's got a bit of space, and he drives the ball to the forward pocket. Curnow back there, as Joey said. In the back pocket, takes the mark over Toby Green. The big Charlie, what's his numbers today, so far?
Charlie Curnow, 4 kicks, 4 behinds.
Kicks to the wing, big Harry Mackay, big H flies in a big pack, won't mark it, spills to Tommy Green. His hand pass missed the target though, getting in the way was Cottrell. Got it to Fantasia, got tackled but punched down a hand pass here to the wing to Wiedering. In fact, it was Hewitt who gave it to Newman, back to Hewitt, and he kicks the half forward, big fly by Kennedy, didn't complete the mark though. Ward grabs it and gets a quick kick back to the wing for the Giants.
Going to work out, Briggs takes it, releases the handball immediately. Whitfield just goes attacking for grass, but it's cut off. Blues with the numbers. Walsh a 1-2 with Kemp. Lowers the eyes inside 50. Ollie Hollins pulls down the mark. 40 out, 40-degree angle. Kick it to the left of your dial.
That was a much better transition from turnover. Carlton just having the numbers in the middle of the ground, using that handball game. Sam Walsh hitting Brody Kemp just through the middle, and a great kick. He had some time and space just to lower the eyes, and Ollie Hollins running on the outside.
Move it on.
The boy from Wodonga in game 25. He's only kicked the 3 majors in his career. They need this one, Carlton, just to settle. From 45. Yes, sir. He gets his first. Carlton get the much-needed goal. They're 6-6-42. Giants 9-4-58. 25-minute mark of the second term on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Well, it was the pressure. They forced the turnover. It was such a fine line, like Lockie Whitfield. It was almost out, and the Giants were going to be away. But the Blues did enough through the middle of the ground to turn the ball over, force Whitfield to miss the handball. And then when you do that, that's why the turnover game's so important. You get players out everywhere. Inside 50, Brody Kemp just had to think his way through it. He did. He kept his composure, and he found young Ollie Hollands.
And that's a bit of the battle this game, is that score from turnover. Typically both teams are really good at scoring once they get the turnover. GWS have dominated that today, whereas I think for Carlton that was only their second score from turnover.
Triple M Seabus Super Special comments. Joe Montagna, Sarah Hosking. Sarah just back from Las Vegas. Las Vegas are having a night off after Sarah's come home.
The croaky voice is still here. Can you tell that? It's running out. Of the half-time, I'm tapping out.
I don't know what was going on over there, Sarah. Very rarely
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
the whole of Vegas just shut down for a rest after you went home. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Blues out of the centre. Hewitt's got it to Kennedy. Kennedy goes long to full forward. Look at Big Charlie fly. Off hands to Koning. Has a snapper tied from 30. It's high, but it's straight. Carlton get two in a minute. And the Blues are back in business. 10 points in arrears of the Giants. 2 goals to De Koning. Carlton 7-6, 48, 9-4, 58 of the GWS. About 2.5 minutes left to play in the first half on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats. Centre bounce again for Carlton. That's been their one wood so far tonight. 4 goals, 3 now from centre bounce in this first half. Centre clearances 12-3 Carlton's favour. Dominating all the contested numbers as well. They're plus 20 contested ball on top of that. So that's keeping Carlton in the game at the moment.
It's a good point though, Ethan. It's keeping them in the game. I mean, 4 goals, 3 out of your 7 goals, 6 coming from centre bounce. You can't rely on that stat. That's probably not going to continue in the second half. It's great that they're scoring from that avenue. Now they can settle in and get back into this contest, but they've got to find other avenues, not just from centre bounce as well as it's been going.
Bob Jane, team after Robbo.
Himmelberg limping in the goal square after that heavy clash, staying out on the ground. Doctor just walking around the boundary, just assessing him.
Smothered off the boot of Briggs. Cripps got it up to Newman. On his left. Long ball in. Mackay couldn't quite. Front and centre there. Cottrell got worked off the pill. And then drop ball in the tackle. They're crying for it, the Carlton faithful. Tom Green around his shoulder. Up to the broadcast wing. Wiedering. He took out Cowan. Then Hogan flicks it up to Bedford. A low squirty flat ball in the direction there of Riccardi, who had a brain fade. Kicks it off the deck and out on the full.
Outside 5. Lewis.
So Louis Young will bring it back in from the back pocket for the Blues. They've had a little bit of a purple patch in the last few minutes. Squeezed a couple of goals in a minute and they're back to within 10 points. So Louis Young, drop punt to the wing. Mackay's going to fly, works his opponent underneath the footy in Briggs and Marks. Mackay defensive side of the wing. He's got not much up forward. Cottrell's got his back to him. Charlie Curnow wants it long. And Big H lopes in now. Left foot ball towards Curnow. In front, has to go one hand. Nearly juggles it and pulls it in. Ball spills to the deck. Kennedy first there for Carlton. Hand pass to Akers was good. He's got a player in the forward pocket. And Cottrell has floated forward and has taken this mark about 35 metres out at 15 metres inside the boundary.
You know, we haven't seen it often in this game where Carlton have been able to hit that target outside of their D50. Harry Mackay has now taken two contested marks, and then that just allows them to get the ball into their forward half, and they've now had 2 shots on goal from it.
So the Blues were the last 2. 30 minutes now to the second term. Still a minute of game time left in the first half. Cottrell steps up to 40. He's put this and pushed it to the right. And across the face of goal, still in play, and off hands now it goes through for 1 behind. The Giants hang on to a 9-point lead, latter stages in the second term.
Keep coming. 2 metres back.
Some of the major ball winners in this first half, Heath.
Yeah, it's all the Blues getting to work. Paddy Cripps 18, Kennedy 17, Toby Green leading the way for the Giants 14.
It's turned over. Nervous moments, Callahan. That'll work out. Whitfield on the up. Ash measures the ball to work. Right half back now for the Giants.
Outside.
In junk time in this second term.
Play on.
He uses his full measure and then belts a high ball to the broadcast wing. Weeder in box seat, opts to spoil. Out of bounds in front of the interchange gates, and he's a bit proppy after that one. Oh no. Oh, head down the boundary. Bob Jones, teammates, Robert, how are you seeing that one?
I think
he's not there. So 31-minute mark of this second term. The Giants leading it by 9 points. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Boundary throw into Carney, grabs it in the ruck. Blues one more chance here. Cripps won't break a tackle, threw it sideways towards Newman, who kicks the ball towards half forward. We're down to 10 seconds. Anyone off hands? No one. Akers comes in. Hollins, Elijah tries to trap it. Whistle goes. High tackle. Umpire says free to the Giants. Off the play, was it? No, it was in play. The umpire about 30 metres away paid it, and Bedford's got it. So there's nothing left in the game. Harvey Norman replay sees Wiedering in a fair amount of pain down there, holding onto that left knee. We'll get to that. It's half-time. 9-4-58 the Giants. They hang on to a 9-point lead after a late surge from the Blues in that second term, who are 7-7-49. Joey Montagna and Sarah Hosking in the house. And for McDonald's and Room Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. Tackle this season with Bunnings Trade Power Pass, the essential addition to every tradies toolkit. Apply today. T's and C's apply. See website for details.
For Ream Hot Water.
Triple M Rocks Footy.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Want the assurance of an Aussie family-sized electric water heater with a 12-year cylinder warranty?
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
Then accept nothing less than Australia's best.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian-made, Australian-owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience titanium caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is Australia's most independently awarded air conditioner brand. And this year, they're proudly celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance, and cutting-edge technology. So it comes as no surprise that they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. I think what you're trying to say is, put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air.
Now at Harvey Norman, save a huge 50% off Philips Essential Compact Air Fryer. Now just $98. Get bonus local delivery on selected laundry appliances, fridges and dishwashers. Save $200 on LG French door fridge, now only $1,896, plus bonus local delivery. Samsung 65-inch OLED TV, now $2,781, save over $900. Plus buy a selected 2024 Samsung TV and get 15% back in gift cards when you buy with a Samsung soundbar. At Harvey Norman now. Conditions apply.
Thirsty Camel here. Now, I don't want to say I'm a cheapskate, but I'm certainly not going to pay overs for big brands, or little brands for that matter. And when I buy skates, I have to buy 4 of them, and that ain't cheap. For hump's sake, times are tough. I want to keep my hump and your wallet fat. PHAT. See what I did there? So for unseriously good deals on all your favourite brands, then camel on down to Thirsty Camel bottle shops and grab a bargain. Thirsty Camel. Why so serious? Drink responsibly. Even camels get thirsty.
Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, it comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M Rocks
footy. This halftime break for Specsavers. Was that the halftime siren? Or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high definition sound at low Specsavers prices.
Half-time at Marvel Stadium. The Giants have swung this around. They lead by 9 points after a 5-2 second term. They were brilliant. And the scoreboard tells us they are 9-4-58. And the Carlton side 7-7-49. Don't forget, this is the half-time break for Specsavers Audiology. Was that the half-time siren or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Sarah Hosking's with me, and so's Ethan Meldrum. Eth, the numbers at half-time with the Giants holding a 9-point lead.
Yeah, all Giants. We were talking about that pressure factor early in the first quarter. Still 205 for the Giants to half-time. Carlton just the 160. Of course, the AFL average there is 180, and that's very much the opposite of what the two sides normally do. Carlton number 1 in the league for pressure. The Giants are 15, and that's partially why the Giants 8 goals from turnover in that first half, 8-2-50. They're plus 35 points on the Blues from turnover, 2-3-15 they've scored. Just that contest work from Carlton, that's what's keeping them in. They're plus 21 contested ball. That's a huge number. Centre bounce clearances 13-3. They've kicked 4 goals from centre bounce. That's keeping Carlton in the game at the moment. Leading ball winners so far, Paddy Cripps, 19 disposals, 6 clearances, 6 tackles. He's been huge. Kennedy, 17. Newman, 16. Hewitt, 15. They're the 4 leading ball winners for Carlton. Lockie Whitfield leading the way for the Giants, 16 touches. Lockie Ash and Toby Green, 14 disposals, 6 score involvements, 3 goal assists. Doesn't normally get 14 touches to half-time, so it's a big number from him.
Spot on, Heath. And again, it was just that game of efficiency as well that quarter. Had Carlton, or Charlie Curnow in particular, he kicked 4 points. Had he kicked a couple of those goals, and it's a very different ball game. GWS looking really strong in those early minutes of that quarter. And I think just as you mentioned, their ball movement going forward. It was the handball game getting forward. You had Bedford, Cadman, Green all kicking goals off the back of that ball movement and the handball game. So, as I mentioned, I think for Carlton as well, when Harry Mackay starts to take big clunking marks, they moved Charlie Curnow back to as that +1 as well to try and get a bit of that movement out of their defensive half. So I think once they can start getting their hands on the ball and the ability to move it forward and then maintain that forward half dominance, or at least time in forward half, they're getting some really good looks.
9 points up the Giants. Amy Clangers, we love those at half-time. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy. This has never happened before on Triple M Footy, the first time in history. We haven't had a clanger. We've been that good. We have not had one clanger in the first half, but management told us at the start of the year, if in the unlikely occurrence this happens, you've got to go to your fullback, and our fullback's always Jay-Z. Let's have a listen to what happened today this afternoon with Jay-Z.
And I look across at Kane Corns in the next radio box next to me. He looks sad. He looks flat. He looks unhappy.
He looks fat.
He's flat.
There's an L in flat, JC.
This is Collingwood last year. This was that gear that they have. This is the flick that they can switch at times, because we saw in their premiership.
Or the switch they can flick.
that I've stuffed. Well, there's an Amy
there you go. Put that in.
Well, there we go. That's interesting. He's the gift that keeps on giving, and we love him.
It's so Jay-Z that he can give us enough clangers for 2 games.
Yeah, the Pies did win by 42 points, and the crew had a chat to Jordan DeGoey after the game. Let's have a listen to the song and then have a listen to Jordan.
We got the great Jordan DeGoey here, 27 possessions, 15 contested, 7 score involvements today. Geordie, well done. 42-point winners over Port Adelaide. A strange old game, given the big swing, but you'd be wrapped to get the chocolates.
Oh, 100%. Obviously, a bit of a disappointing start from us. They really made us pay on turnover, and once we got that contest right, I think we were able to score off the back of it.
Can you explain what happened? What did Fly say? What was the change? I think he kicked 6 straight late in the second quarter. Why such a big swing?
I think it starts with pressure. I think we've said it a lot. Bit of heat around ball, and then sometimes it made them fumble, and then off that we got to on turnover, get at deep entries, and give our forwards a chance. We've been starving them pretty much up until this point of chances, so it was good to get them a few.
So it was a slow start out of the blocks in the premiership defence, but now you've chalked up 3 straight in a row. It was a win over Brisbane, got it done over Hawthorn today, Port Adelaide. Massive game next week. Do you feel like you got a bit of momentum now?
Oh, for sure. Obviously, it's great to get a few wins on the board, but every team are great. You never know what anyone's going to bring these days, which is what's making this competition so good. So we'll go back, rest, recover, and go again.
Anzac Day, always massive on Thursday. You were excellent last week, of course, in the Anzac Day medal votes. Do you get the goosebumps? Do you get the tingles? Obviously, such a respectful, significant day on the footy calendar. What's it like for you?
Yeah, obviously the significance is huge. So for us, we're privileged to be able to play in it. Obviously, it's one of them ones you put down in the calendar to get excited for. That's with the 100,000 fans, and it's obviously an exciting time for everyone. So, yeah, like I said, go back, rest, recover, and then we'll see what we can do.
Do you train at all? Do you fit in a session? What do you do in a shorter week like this?
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of days off, which will be nice. Rest, and then come back, have a main session, then pretty much straight into it. So, not much time, but, we've done it before and we'll do it again.
Are you watching much footy, Geordie? Are you a football watcher? We saw the Bombers very good against the Crows, so it's going to be a massive game. They're in good form. Do you have a look at them?
Oh, for sure. We'll do probably a lot of vision this week, but I think pretty much everyone watched that game, even though that was probably holding the ball at the end. I don't mind saying it, but like I've said, they've been in great form. Their contested ball's really good. They've got some great players, so we'll definitely have to bring our best, we'll see how we go.
You're on safe ground. The AFL has confirmed this should have been a free kick, mate, so you're all over it. How's your game going? You've been had a strong start to the season. Nick slow out of the blocks a little bit today, but midfield feels like it's firing again.
Yeah, for sure. I think, personally I've had a few niggles for the first little part of the year, and now I'm getting on top of those. So I feel like I can run again. I'm moving better to contest, and that continuity in the midfield group's going really good. Obviously, like you said, Nick off the halfback, Tommy Mitchell's been unreal. There's lots of guys we can spit through at the moment, which is really exciting.
You don't look sore. What's happened? What's the niggle?
Huh?
What's the niggles? What's been the problem?
Oh, I can't tell you, mate. No, it's all secrets.
And I hear that young Jax Pendlebury, that his favourite player is in fact you, not his superstar dad, who's only just short of the 10,000 disposal mark. I think I've seen him with the number 2 on the back of his jumper. What's the story there?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure why he loves me. We do get along. I love all the kids. They're great in the change rooms and whatnot. But, I think maybe when he grows up and realises how much of a superstar his daddy would probably wish he changed back to a 10.
Very good. You're a superstar, Jordan Nagawi. Thanks so much for joining us on Triple M today. We'll see you on Thursday night.
Beautiful. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
The Pies win 42 points over Port Adelaide. Jordan Nagawi with Jay-Z Clark there. Sarah Hosking and Joe Montagna. Big Tim will be back as well. It's a 9-point lead here to the GWS Giants over Carlton. What an Anzac Day that's going to be. The Bombers, who had a win last night, that was play on any day of the week, that last decision, know about that. And they'll take on Collingwood in front of 100,000. For McDonald's and Reef Hot Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.
That halftime break for Specsavers. Was that the halftime siren, or did you just get a text? Don't miss a thing with Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing appointment today for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's,
Triple M Rocks Footy.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We're all about savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumo free, J-Trax free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyre's free. Plus up to $200 instant cash back on selected Bridgestone, BF Goodrich, Pirelli and Michelin tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Give your next road trip a boost with up to 15% off breaks of 2 nights or more when you book direct at choicehotels.com. Boost your well-being, boost your energy, boost your happiness. Choice Hotels has over 170 locations across Australia and New Zealand. Plus, you'll get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, book it with Choice Hotels. Select travel dates between April and June only. Book by April 21. Subject to availability. T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for full details.
Large soy caramel mocha frappuccino with extra caramel.
Cut through the blah to hear more of what you want with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology. Book an appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Installery, installery, installery.
For the hottest of hot party you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Want the assurance of an Aussie family-sized electric water heater with a 12-year cylinder warranty?
Installery, installery.
Then accept nothing less than Australia's best.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience titanium caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Sport.
Lift your footy game with a listener. Download the app now and listen for free.
Hi, I'm Sophie Smith. Collingwood has stunned Port Adelaide with a come-from-behind win at the MCG. Patrick Lipinski booting 4 goals in the 123-81-point victory. The Pies showing glimpses of their premiership best after a sluggish start. The AFL admits umpires made the wrong call in Adelaide's 3-point loss to Essendon. The league today saying on review a holding the ball free kick technically should have been given to the Crows in the final seconds of play. Ruck Sam Draper telling Seven he didn't mock the match-deciding decision after the final siren.
No, we're just sort of having a bit of a laugh over the game and just sort of explain what happened because one of the team has asked me what happened and I just reenacted it.
2A League, Melbourne City has beaten Western Sydney Wanderers 2-1, and in Formula One, Max Verstappen has claimed the Chinese Grand Prix sprint race ahead of Lewis Hamilton, the Red Bull ace turning a P4 starting position into a commanding win before qualifying.
The most unbelievable stories you've never heard.
Are you serious?
Sports Bizarre.
I'm quite exhausted.
Download the Listener app to listen for free.
14 degrees at Marvel Stadium, an overnight low of 10 in Melbourne. At halftime, the Giants lead the Blues 58-49 as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy. This quarter for titanium caravans. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Stadium. It's Carlton 7-7-49, trailing the Giants 9-4-58. What's on your Aussie bucket list? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort with a titanium caravan. You can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au. We'll head down the boundary quickly for Bob Jane's team arts, Mickey Roberts.
I reckon the AFL's just been handed some paperwork. It's the white slip and the sub for Carlton is Jack Carroll. Now, he's been out in the ground for a good 10 minutes, just warming up by himself. The Blues have just run out, and Wiedering has got that heavily corked left side, I reckon. We saw it in the rooms. So just before half-time in front of us, he came down heavily. So he's talking to doctors. Just going to get confirmed with the AFL to see whether that's been switched or not.
A busy boy, Mickey, down on the boundary there for Bob Jane Team Arts. They've got great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Heath, for those who've just jumped in the car and might want to know what happened earlier today, Choice Hotels around the grounds.
Yeah, fascinating game. Collingwood 42 points the winners over Port Adelaide. Power up by 31 points early in the first quarter. 73-point turnaround in the Pies' favour. So they've now won 3 games in a row. Their season pretty well looking back on track. Later today, Brisbane v Geelong. Real dicey game, that one. Of course, Geelong undefeated 5-0, as are the Giants here tonight. And then the Western Derby as well. That's on Triple M too. West Coast v Fremantle. So 2 big games tonight.
Whatever the reason for travelling, you'll get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead and book it. Back down the boundary, Bob Jane Teamarts.
Yeah, I reckon the Blues had to make a major decision here, and they've actually run the risk with Wiedering. So Wiedering's going to play, and it's Williams. Remember, he had that ankle problem. He went down. He hobbled around for a while. He's been the substitute. They've pulled it. So Jack Carroll is on. Zach Williams is out. Wiedering hobbling around for the Blues.
Joey, Sarah, the good news for Carlton here is that neither Kerno or Mackay have kicked a goal.
Well, that is the good news, absolutely. That they've, haven't had the real influence. Charlie Kerno missed 4 in that quarter, but you're right, they're only 9 points down. They did really well to wrestle back momentum late in that second quarter when the Giants were completely on top. They went into their mode, they put Charlie Kerno behind the ball and just steadied the ship, and they were able to kick the last 2 goals of the quarter to get themselves back into it. Defensively now for Carlton, he's going to be interesting this half. We just heard Zach Williams had the job of Toby Green, subbed out, Wiedering sore. They're a bit thin back there. They're going to have to really muscle up to try and slow down this offensive juggernaut of the Giants.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy, we start the second half with the Giants leading by 9 points, the undefeated Giants. And the Blues just dropping their first one last week here at Marvel. Bounces good, pitting that out of the ruck. Slams it forward for Carlton. And Whitfield stands in the way at true centre-half back for the Giants and takes a comfortable mark. Kick across half-back to the outer side to Buckley. Buckley goes short back to the wing and finds Tommy Green. Had the head bandaged up from the start of the game today. After a little knock during the week, I think it was, Heath, was it?
Yeah, at training. So running the Ben McAvoy pre-bandage.
So, short ball. A bit of Ben McAvoy about him too, albeit a bit shorter. Kick forward to the wing to Toby Green, who marks and plays on. Left foot ball inside forward 50. The Giants search early. Oh, hands on the footy. Was the big fella in Briggs, couldn't complete the mark. Wiedering at the 4, the ball's wrapped up in a tackle. And the umpire will ball this up about 20 out from the Giants' goal.
You'd have pointy elbows and knees, old big Ben McAvoy, wouldn't he? You played a bit of footy with him, Joey.
He did. Big Lumberson lad.
Yeah. There's the ball at ground level now. Hewitt tries to step through the gate. He was tackled and the umpire says illegally disposed of. Directly in front of the Giants' goal, Jesse Hogan lays the big tackle.
Yeah, their tackling's been a real feature. Not only are the numbers of tackles, Ethan, but they've stuck too. They've been aggressive tackles for the Giants.
Yeah, 40 tackles to 20 so far. Pressure factor 208 for the Giants. It's a massive number for them. Right, bottom 4 in the competition coming into today.
Daniel, Patrick, just back to me, please.
Kick 2 already today, Jesse. Moves his tally to 20 for the year. This should be like shelling peas. To the left of your dial. 20 out. Set sail. And easy as you like, he pops it home. Hogan's got his third. They get the first of this third quarter, the Giants. They're 10-4, 64, Carlton 7-7, 49. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Just take a look at the Harvey Norman replay. It was a textbook tackle from Jesse Hogan, and Nick Newman was, George Hewitt was lucky to not get more injured in that, because as he was coming down, his foot got stuck underneath him, his left foot and knee, but he was able to get up and hobble off. So hopefully he's okay as well. But just watching Elijah Hollands as well, he looks like he's sort of limping around. So I reckon there's a few Blues players that are beaten up and battered in this game. So they're going to have to really dig in this second half to match the Giants' run.
And it's a 15-point lead now to the Giants. 2.5 third term for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Don't forget to feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's. If it doesn't feed them all, just go around again and get another couple of dozen. How beautiful. At ground level, Carlton have got possession. Good news for them. Ollie Hollands, little hand pass off to Hewitt, who goes back to Newman, and then a kick out here wide forward to the wing to Boyd. Now Boyd's got space and time to set up here, and he goes back to Ollie Hollands, who floated forward. Little short ball, and the leader's on it. And that's Elijah Hollands, who's marked about 43 out on a slight angle.
There's a lot more patience there from Carlton, just chipping the ball in. So those short little 15-metre kicks. Yeah, we haven't seen a heap of it, but when they do and they've got that ball movement, it's good to see them having a different element to their game.
Sarah Hosking with Jay Montagna, Triple M Seabus Super special comments this afternoon.
Patrick, out.
As Elijah Hollands, an important kick. They trail by 15 points. The Blues, the drop punt's not bad. The Blues fans are up around Marvel Stadium, so the Blues answer quickly. And it's back to a 9-point lead to the Giants. They're 10-4, 54. That's 64. And 8-7-55 at Carlton. A couple of goals for Hollands.
That class the centre bounce goal?
It was. I was just about to say, Joey, that's now 5 goals, 3. Carlton have kicked from centre bounce. Dominating centre clearances, 14-3 as well. So that is keeping them in the game.
Got a game on our hands. Redz Lending Loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com.
Don't get that wrong, Timmy. They're all over it, aren't they, the boys?
Yes. Big luncheon yesterday for the lads.
Massive lunch for Ethan.
Shout out to Angelo and Petra.
Oh.
Some had lunch, some had a big lunch, others had massive lunch. That was you.
And Truman as well.
Absolutely.
We're in this together.
Yeah. Back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy.
And Ewan Giles.
Big men go to work. Ewan's always there. Any lunch that's on, Ewy's there. As the ball flicks out, numbers here with Carlton. Walsh on the up. Hewitt bumped on the kick. He sticks it in and get coating.
Nice.
Swallowed it on the bread basket. 35 out on a very slight angle.
Well, rinse and repeat. Another centre bounce. Cripps doing all the dirty work down low, shoveling it out. Walsh is always there. They wax so well together, Cripps and Walsh. They came out the front of the stoppage, and this is going to be another, either a goal or a behind from centre bounce.
For his third goal, De Koning leans back and hung it out to the left-hand side. So 5 minutes gone, third term. Carlton 8-8-56. Giants 10-4-64. Bob Jane, Team Arts, Robbo.
Yeah, Himmelberg injured himself just before half-time as well. We didn't know what it was. Heavily strapped left knee. So there's some sore boys, as Joey said, both sides.
Kick from full back was a turnover, but they've got out of trouble here, the Giants. Because Mackay thought he'd be paid a mark. Wasn't long enough, allowed Buckley with a tackle who claimed the free kick for the Giants at half-back. A short kick to Aaliyah. And Aaliyah halfway between half-back and wing for the Giants broadcast side.
GWS, Aaron Cadman.
A very early whistle.
Cadman, free kick.
Young Jordan Boyd just held Cadman, didn't allow him to run and jump.
So Cadman has time to quickly look up and set up, and he does. He went wide to Hogan.
The umpire almost got in the way.
He did, nearly getting away. And Hogan was good enough to hang on to the footy. But he's pushed back to the fence. His backside is on the fence. You can't go any further back than that. And he's 50 metres out from goal.
Cross 1 metre. Just here, please. You've got to be on the
So a
mark.
tough kick for Big Jesse. He's kicked 3. 1 in each term so far. Oh, player's gone down.
Free kick with the ball.
Hello.
Thank you, Jesse. It's going to be your free kick.
Now it's against Toby Green. I think I didn't see it, but he was around the area, and it's a turnover. So it's cost a shot on goal for the Giants, and it's a free to the Blues. Did anyone see it?
Toby Green. Just watching the Harvey Norman replay. Little boy gave him a little bump, and then Toby Green just threw him to the ground. So unnecessary from Green.
That is unusual from him to do that with a shot on goal.
Mackay finds Pitnet, releases Walsh. His handball partly cut off. Cripps. They wax again. Joey back to Walsh. His kick came off a paw out wide. Callum Brown. The ball was unkind to him. Oh, he's scrapping at the bottom. And then Kennedy got it out. Durden feeds it back. A long-range bomb from Cowan. Out to the right-hand side. One behind. 7-minute marker this third term. It's raining behinds for Carlton. 8-9-57. The Giants 10-4-64. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Stay off road and off grid for longer with a luxurious Titanium Caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au. Robbo for Bob Jones Team Arts.
Yeah, Adam Kingsley, the coach down here, bewildered, gobsmacked, didn't know what was going on with Toby. Like that could have been a 2-goal turnaround.
Nearly was, wasn't it? Little Ware taps it towards Tommy Green, who bounces the kick to half forward. Boyd got in front of his man and shoved it back towards the wing, where Pitnet grabs it and just hand passes out of bounds after being tackled. And the umpire said throw it back into play. So the scoreboard will tell us it is a 7-point lead to the Giants. The Blues are coming. 8 minutes third term. And a boundary throw in halfway between wing and half forward. towards the Giants' goal on the outer side. Riccardi was worked underneath the pit net, grabs the footy out of the ruck. Hand pass to Wakers, hand pass to Elijah Hollins in the centre of the ground. Punches a hand pass off back to Hollins and then gives it to Owies. Owies gives it to Cripps. He runs to forward 50, dragged down in a tackle, holding. Free kick will go to the Giants at half back. And it'll be Perryman to take it just inside his defensive 50.
It's called to move it on. Just square the kick to Ash, who's got Iden, the next link in the chain. He handballs off to Himmelberg from right half back. He nurses the kick. Where comes inside now to Kelly. Measures the ball to Daniels. They're just picking their way through here. Back to Kelly, who floats the ball in. And well done, Brown. Just held his man off it, and Cadman floated over the top, took the mark, and he squirts a one. You heard the umpire, not 15. Kelly coughs it up. Brown got it back to Perryman on the 50. Got it to Ward. Mown down by Akers. Now Perryman back up to O'Halloran, who misses out to the left. Great build up there by the Giants. They just couldn't capitalise. 10-5-85, leading Carlton 8-9-57. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Toby back.
And hats off to Carlton there. We spoke about the pressure game. If they didn't apply that pressure at those contests, it would have been an easy goal for GWS.
Boyd de Wiedering in the back pocket, real short. And he marks and hugs the boundary line. Is it too wide? Is it out in the full? Durden was there. Yeah, it's out in the full. It's out in the full, so the Giants will bring it back in here. Perryman squares it up with a kick to Kelly. And he's marked about 65 out. Giants to the left of our broadcast position in this third quarter. Long ball to full forward, huge pack. Young. Louis Young got a fist on it and killed the footy out of bounds for Carlton. But it's in the left forward pocket for the Giants. They hang on to an 8-point lead.
Red Z lending stats early in this third term. Giants 88% by foot, 77% for the game. Carlton running at 57% in this quarter.
Deep in attack. There's been a whistle.
Nick Newman.
It's going to go the way of Newman. So deep in defence here for the Blues.
Yeah, it was a free kick on Tom Green there. He was just trying to put a block on for his opponent, for his player, and knocked Nick Newman to his feet.
Sarah Hosking in the back row. Joe Montagna, Triple M Seabus Super special comments. Seabus Super making hard work pay off. Since 1984, as Akers goes long and strong down the line and spoiled by Buckley out of bounds in front of our man, Mickey Roberts. So we travel 11 in this third term. Giants 10-5-65, leading the Blues 8-9-57.
A good game of footy. Where are we going after this, Heath?
Straight after this, Brisbane v Geelong and West Coast v Freo, depending on where you are. Of course, that game, the Western Derby in Perth, both games on Triple M.
They're both rippers too, aren't they? Sets up to be a cracking night of footy. But here we've got a good one as well, with an 8-point lead. Make that an 8-point lead to the Giants at the moment. Thank you, Heath. Kick towards full forward for the Blues, but Ash gets in the way for the Giants. Hand pass Callaghan. They've worked this out well. Goes out wide by hand to Tommy Green. Goes short to Big Briggs, who marks defensive side of the wing. Just a real arm wrestle at the moment, like a couple of boxes in the ring just circling each other at the moment.
It is, isn't it? No one's really been able to get their game going just yet in this third quarter.
Bedford at the back towards Brown. Couldn't quite well on Cripper. Got it up to Young. Newman. He flicked it on to Williams, who's trapped in the tackle by Tom Green with the John Eales headband.
Heath, what's Cripper's numbers? He's been everywhere.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats. Leading ball winner on the ground. 6 clear of the next best with 24 touches, 8 clearances, 6 tackles. Big game from Patrick Cripps.
High contact, GWS.
It's been high contact against Akers. Brent Daniels, the beneficiary, left half forward. So as Baz said, a real arm wrestle, 1 goal apiece in this third quarter. We're halfway through as Daniels goes long and strong to the big nest, and the spoil came there from Kemp. And he's killed it out of bounds, left forward pocket. 12 and a half gone third term. Margin 8 points to the favour of the Giants.
It'll spin back in again. As both sides are a huge opportunity here. What a start to the season for the Giants so far. And the Blues, can they get back on the winners list? Hewitt grabs it, stands in the tackle of O'Halloran. And the umpire to ball it up again.
Mark and Kieran.
It's only about 25 metres out from the Giants' goal. They have the lead. Oh, the ruckman fell over. Allowed Daniels in to grab it on the bounce. Hand pass Kelly. Squares up, straightens up, sums it up, has a crack and gets it. Nice from the Giants. And Kelly gets their 11th. 11-5, 71 plays 8-9, 57. And that's all on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard, 13.5 third term.
Well, he's all class, Josh Kelly. That's a stoppage goal for the Giants. Just watching the Harvey Norman replay. Both ruckmen got tangled up. Neither ruckman touched the footy. So Brent Daniels just pounced on it and was strong enough to stand up in the tackle to give that little handball to Josh Kelly on the outside of the boot. Wonderful finish.
Bob Jones, who marks, Robbo?
Zach Williams, just a whisper out of the Carlton camp, a knock to the Achilles. No tear, but a knock, so that's why he was subbed.
Red Z lending stats. Josh Kelly now 8 goals for the season, multiple goals in 2 games, so level with Taylor Walker, Charlie Cameron, Cozzy Piggott on the goal kicking so far this season.
Back out to 14 points here at Marvel for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water Triple M Rocks footy. Good tap down by Briggs. It's hunted by Tom Green, who just sink the right boot into it up to half forward and charging out Daniels. Takes a good mark. He looks into the corridor now. Why not? Loose checking. The man who kicked the goal moments ago, Kelly, will go back for his third, 40 metres out directly in front.
I think Josh Kelly owes Brent Daniels a beer after this game too, because he's just hit him again, set up the last goal. Brent Daniels, he's such a clever footballer too. It was Akers, the winger, who always loves to head back towards the defensive goal square, just caught too far apart from his opposite winger in Josh Kelly. Gave him too much room.
Back him in him from here, Kelly. Kick on its way. You can write his third in the book. Kelly's got 3. The Giants get the last 2, and they skip away 12-5, 77. Carlton 8-9, 57. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
And again, GWS just controlling that ball movement again. It's what they've been able to do really well today is just hitting those short targets, allowing their players to be able to get into space. Again, take the time with the ball when you have it and then hit up that short target.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats. 15 minutes into this third quarter, Giants are going at 90% by foot.
For the game?
For the quarter. For the quarter. No, you'd be incredible for that. That would be when you got 200 points. Josh Kelly as well, 90% by foot for the game.
Such a class act, Josh Kelly, isn't he? 204th game today, and you just continue to marvel at what he can do. He's a very classy player. 3 snags today, and a 20-point lead now for his team. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. DeConing out of the centre, wins it for Carlton. He wrestled the footy and then kicked it high to half forward, but Himmelberg was good in the contest in a one-on-one and marked on his chest at centre half back. The kick across the ground to where he goes short to the wing with his kick, but he's missed the target, allowed Cowan in, but Cowan didn't complete the mark. Kelly tried to kick it off the ground, rebounded back to Akers for Carlton, gets it over towards Elijah Hollins, little hand pass to Carroll towards Cottrell, and then to Sam Walsh, kick to the pocket, and there's the big man, Big Charlie. He had a nice sit on that. He had a couple to work around in the air, but he's marked right forward, pocket 25 out. He's only about 10 metres inside the boundary, 10 to 12. And he's kicked the 4 points today so far. Charlie on his left. He hooks it back. Is it too far? No, he's got it. It's snuck inside the right goalpost. And that's an important one for Carlton. They will not lie down today. 9-9-63 they are. 12-5-77 the Giants. 17 minutes third term. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
What's a rare forward half turnover for Carlton in this game? It hasn't been their mode today, just their second goal, but they're able to win that ball, and as is so often the case, if you do win the ball back in your forward half and get it in there to your forwards, give them a chance, that's all Charlie needs. And finally, Sarah, he gets that goal on the board, and maybe now floodgates can open, he can try and pile on a few more. 1
goal 4 he's had today, so again, both Harry and Charlie been a little bit quiet, so again, these last quarter and a half, let's hope that they can get their hands on the footy and hit a few more on the scoreboard.
Sarah Hosking in the back row with Lee Montagna. As we're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Briggs got knocked backwards, still got a mitt to it. And follow up his work. He's slung around in the tackle. Ball comes loose. Whitfield, slippery hand. Callahan got it to Ash. Wobbly Wormburn on the outer side. Harvey Thomas couldn't trap it. And then ducking through the tackle, Kennedy in game 100. He handballs it forward. It's Sitch for Cripps, but he backtracks when he could have gone forward. And he slices it back on the 45 to Williams.
Little short ball will come into Cowan. And Cowan marks forward to the wing. He's got Newman in the centre of the ground. He's got him. So Newman's got a short option. He ignores that. And he drops it about 25 from home because Big H had led into the hole and Mackay marks 35 to 40 out on a slight angle. And the Blues are going to have another crack at goal.
Great ball movement and patience there from Carlton. But if you're a Lear, you'd be a little bit upset. He's just gone off for a little rest. He's been on Harry Mackay the entire time, and now he's got a shot in front of goal, about 35 out.
So Big Harry hasn't kicked one today, Heath?
No, hasn't kicked one in the last 3 games against the Giants either.
13-5 from these set shots this year, and he's got another one. 14-5 to the big fella. And he's first this afternoon, and he's dragged his team back in business. It's an 8-point ball game the Giants' way. 19.5 third term Triple M titanium caravan scoreboard.
Yeah, again, they were able to win the ball back through the middle of the ground. They won the clearance, got it sort of in their forward half, and were able to put enough pressure on the Giants to win it back, as you called. Cripps wanted to go forward, but as he looked up, Charlie Curnow slipped over, so he did the right thing. He pulled back, he retreated, and then there was a patient build-up, and then Nick Newman was a terrific kick to advantage for Harry to just charge out it full-chested. Good for his confidence too. The big boys are up and about now, Curnow and Mackay.
Took him to halfway through the third term, Joey.
Here we go.
They've both hit the scoreboard at the 16 and the 19-minute mark of this third quarter. And like Baz said, back to 8 points here to the favour of the Giants. As we're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Briggs again. They're winning it here out of the centre. Ward. That's one straight up the chimney. It's a wobbly one. Leaking forward Briggs. He's falconed it. And now at ground level, they all dive on top of it. Trying to wrestle it out. It's not coming out. Ball up on the outer wing. They're finding some voice here at Marvel.
Certainly are. The Blues on the charge again. They've done this a couple of times today. The Giants have managed to shove them away when they have. What can they do here? Callaghan wins the footy. Hand pass to Tommy Green. Little low ball to half forward. Bounce over his teammate's head, and Kennedy will claim it for Carlton. The high kick back to the wing. It bounces back inside. I think he wanted the boundary line. Ash will claim it. Ran into the tackle of Cripps. Got it to Tommy Green by hand. Kick to young Harvey Thomas at half forward. Kennedy's right with him. Wraps the young man up in a tackle. 48 from the Giants goal. Kemp's got it. He's tackled, dragged to the ground. The umpire to ball it up. Boundary side, out of side. 48 from the Giants goal.
Just ticked into time on. Third term. So right on the attacking 50 for the Giants. DeConing down. It was meant for Hewitt. On hands and knees, Newman. Slinging around in the tackle. Carroll, the sub that's been activated. And now DeConing from a standing start on his left. It's a big 2-on-2. Charlie's there. Couldn't take it on the second bite. Ash cuts through. Ward. He got it to Bedford. Clever little back turn. Spits it inside 50. But only as far as the man in game 100 in Kennedy.
So Kennedy at half-back. Carlton trail by 8 points. The Giants hold the lead. 21.5 third term. Kick back here to the wing. O'Halloran up, won't mark. Full of the ball. It's picked up by Ollie Hollins. Hand pass to Cowan. Back to Ollie Hollins. Ollie Hollins runs around the back of the pack. Gives it to Pitnet. Back to Ollie Hollins. Young man trying to work it out. Hand pass Kemp. He's hot. Punched out of his hand. Still on the wing. They pile in on top of the pill. The umpire sprints in and says, "Main boys." He'll ball it up. The true wing position, broadcast side of the ground. 8 points up the Giants.
Like a rugby scrum it was on this broadcast wing. Came down. Tom Green just knocks it forward. It's only the Blues there, though. You heard the umpires touched off the boot of Kemp. Himmelberg claimed by Big Harry. Here they go, the Blues. Walshy goes up to Cottrell. Back with a flight. Curnow! Top of the goal square. He plays on. And they're finding some voice here, the Carlton fans. They've kicked the last 3, and they're right back in this contest. 11-9-75. The Giants 12-5-77. 22 gone third term. Triple M titanium caravan scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a goal created from pressure. Harry Mackay running straight off the bench to impact Jesse Hogan. A great turnover. I think it's just the momentum they're building here, Carlton. They can sense it.
Yeah, they've ramped up their pressure, Heath. In the last 10 minutes or so, they've been able to win the ball back. They're pressuring the Giants and they're getting good looks going the other way.
Yeah, Red Z leading stat since that last Giants goal, which was about 10 minutes ago. Carlton's pressure factor, 229. It was down to 150 at a lot of points. And Giants kicking efficiency in that period of time down to 14%.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. The Blues within 2 points now. They're on the charge, Carlton, in this third term.
Pushing the back, Carlton.
Pushing the back to Cripps in the centre of the ground. Advantage paid. Walsh runs away. Drives it forward. Big H in front as he got a free. Play on, said the umpire. No, it's going to come back. No advantage to Carlton, and Harry Mackay has got this 35 out on a slight angle.
Sound like a broken record here. It was Cripps and Walsh in at the centre bounce. Cripps doing that dirty work, shoveling it out to Walsh, who got the 1-2. And another score from stoppage. Ethan's starting to go to the record books, finding out how many goals from centre bounces is a record.
Mackay puts it on the deck, picks it back up. And the big fella to put Carlton in front. If he's straight, they trail by 2 points. Big H, low drop punt, he's done it. Mackay gets his second. And Carlton are in front by 4 points, 12-9-81. Plays 12-5-77. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Bob Jane, T. Martin, Mickey Roberts.
Yeah, I've been watching Allaire down here. He's been on the bench for quite a while. Now, Himmelberg's really sore, turned the ball over a couple of times, struggling with that knee, heavily strapped. Allaire finally coming on now. Actually, yep, there's a change coming now. So let's see if they can curb Curnow and the big fella number 10.
Heath, last time Carlton were in front in this match?
Last time Carlton were in front, early stages of the second quarter. Only once since the start of the last season has a team scored more from centre bounce than Carlton have today. 6 goals for now. Sydney round 15, 2023. That was when they beat the Eagles by 171 points ahead of that. But Carlton pretty well clear in second place at the moment.
Here they are again, Joey, waxing Cripps to Walsh. Got it out wide, bumped on the kick, Hewitt, it's inside 50, Mackay flies 4 deep, De Koning there, oh they're nervous here, the Giants, Iden, ground level, they dive on top of him, and this time the umpire says no prior opportunity. 40 out from Carlton's goal, 25 minutes gone third term, Carlton lead by 4 points.
Thrown in the air, grabbed by Pittenet, 35 from the Carlton goal, heavy tackles laid, ball still in dispute. Punched out the side of the pack now. First there is Brown. Brown grabs it for the Giants, tackled by Akers. Brings him down. Footy spills to the back of the pack. Elijah Hollins receives it from Hewitt. Drives a long ball to full forward. Mackay up, didn't mark. Iden at the back will claim for the Giants. Hand pass to young Thomas. The Giants, the top sider under the pump here. Kick outside defensive 50. Cowan will reclaim. Reload for the Blues. Mackay's got about 400 to beat. Juggles it in the air, nearly marks. Goes onto it ground level. Punches it out to De Koning. Little hand pass, Walsh. Flying shot from 30's missed.
All clear.
They are absolutely up and running at the moment. Carlton 5 points as their lead, 26.5 third term.
Well, just like it was in that second quarter, now it's probably time for the Giants to just go into a bit of a slow the momentum sort of mode of play, because at the moment, especially coming out of centre bounce, and that's giving them field position, Carlton are dominating the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Heath, pressure gauge at the moment for both sides.
Last 10 minutes, Carlton 261.
Wow.
About as high as it gets.
Ball to the outer wing, through the hands of Young, out the back. Bedford has to be clean. He paddled it to himself, then fell over. The cavalry arrived. Tom Green knocks it back towards Bedford, but this man cuts it off. Fantasia, Cowan, back to Newman, off a step. Cripps there, slapped it to the front for guess who? Walsh back to Cripps. He shrugs off a tackle. He was legged in the process. They're going to take the advantage through Fantasia. Spears it in towards Curnow. Snaps on the left. Scintillating footy here from the Blues. They've kicked 5 on the trot, and they extend their margin here at Marvel Stadium, 13-10-88. The Giants 12-5-77. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
How good is Marvel Stadium when the Blues faithful go bonkers, Baz? And they are loving this, the turnaround. That's off the back of their 2 big boys. What a luxury. Have they kicked the last 5 between them? Charlie and Harry, I think they have. We'll speak about them quiet. They hadn't had the biggest day. Harry was struggling. Charlie had missed a few, and now they've just ripped this game apart.
Red Z Lending Stats, you were talking up Sam Walsh, 12 touches in this quarter, 8 score involvements for the term. No one has more than that for the game. 14 score involvements for the match is a career high for him already.
That combination between Paddy Cripps and Sam Walsh is absolutely amazing at the moment. They are the barometer for Carlton.
Paddy Cripps and Sam Walsh, and then up forward you got Curnow and Mackay. Joey said 5 goals, 3 to Mackay, and 3 to Curnow and 2 to Mackay, all in this term. What an enormous quarter of football it's been for Carlton. What have the Giants got? The undefeated Giants, little toe poke out of the centre. Callum Brown tracks it from half forward, did well. Hand pass over the top to Bedford's got space here. Delivers wide to the right forward pocket. It's over Toby Green's head. Wiedering to clean up. Little hand pass is good. Gives it over to Young. Hand pass to Akers. Akers back to Young for the Blues. Back to Akers by hand. He's tackled but has time to release to Carroll. And a high kick back to the outer side wing.
Curnow caught out of position. Buckley came with the spoil. At the spill, Cottrell ducked through the tackle, gave it back to Akers like a steam train barges through. They're on the burst again. Decoding! He's taken it 45 out. Very slight angle. And Carlton on absolute fire.
Sorry, everyone. Timmy's just got a little too excited and smacked his head on the back of my table.
Push out! Push out! Push out!
Control myself.
Oh, it's good footy.
Need a concussion
I
test.
might settle down here in a minute. Bit of Harry as De Koning leans back from 45. 6 on the trot. 3 for De Koning. Carlton 14-10-94. The Giants 12-5-77. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Bob Jane T-Mart's Mickey Roberts.
Now, GWS are going to make the sub. So the sub for them is Peatling. So they gave the paperwork to the AFL. Then they've just ripped it back. So they're so frustrated down here. They don't know who to put on, take off or whatever. The reaction from the crowd is unbelievable. They've just turned it on. GWS in turmoil.
Kieran, throwing it. Hey, yes.
Well, a 17-point lead now to Carlton. They trailed by 9 at half-time. And their big forwards have put on a show, and their midfielders have been amazing. And that's the combination that is going to rip a lot of sides apart. 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. For McDonald's and Ream Hotwater, Triple M Rocks footy. Carroll has it tapped down to him, the sub on the ground. Hand pass up to Cripps. He's gang tackled into the deck. One of those, the ruckman. Big Briggs just rolls him around and sits on him. And the umpire to ball it up again. Still in the centre of Marvel Stadium. They flood in off the square. Bodies clash. Kelly wins it for the Giants. Hand pass to Bedford. Hand pass to young Harvey Thomas. Sprints away. Vacant goal square goes long from Fitty. And it's just wide to the left. Kennedy got a little finger on it. 12-6. 78 the Giants. 14-10-94 Carlton. 31 third term.
Interesting centre bounce there. Adam Kingsley trying to change it up. You had Toby Bedford and Brent Daniels in at the centre bounce for the Giants, just trying to maybe get some leg speed and run because they have been flogged out of there this quarter.
This weekend at Harvey Norman, Samsung 65-inch OLED TV, now $2,781. Save over $900. Harry Walsh stocks last as Spit Net clunks a good mark on this broadcast wing. Everything going right for Carlton at the moment, except for that kick through the hands of Aish. And then out the back, Himmelberg, indecisive. They've got him cornered here, Carlton. It's turned over. Cottrell, handballs inside, missed Elijah Hollins. He cuts back to the middle. Newman, Curnow. Oh, good tackle, young Harvey Thomas. Right spot, right time. Clamps him up with 48 seconds left on the clock in this third quarter. Carlton leading by 14.
Jeez, they've got some numbers around the footy, haven't they? As Briggs slaps to the side, Harvey Thomas, the young man, just hacks it into the centre. Kennedy drops back, won't be paid the mark. So the Giants are on here. Callahan, hand pass to Tommy Green, hand pass to Hogan, forward to the wing out of side. Got space, will kick the Giants inside. Callum Brown's got the sit and he'll mark. He'll mark this 35 out slide angle for the Giants. And perhaps a late goal for the Giants just to steady before three-quarter time because they have been dominated in this third term. A 16-point lead at the moment for Carlton. So it's certainly gettable for the side that hasn't lost a game, but it's been an exciting third term for the Blues. Right now the Giants with a kick that'll be right on the siren, Callum Brown. Siren goes. He starts to trot in. Can he bring it back to 10 points? He's hooked it. The Carlton fans go ballistic behind the goals because he missed. And it's a 15-point lead to the Blues after a ripping third quarter from them. They're 14-10-94. The Giants 12-7-79. Joey Montagna and Sarah Hosking are in the house. And for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter, the titanium caravans stay off-road and off-grid for longer with a luxurious titanium caravan. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Feed the team with 24 chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is Australia's most independently awarded air conditioner brand. And this year, they're proudly celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance, and cutting-edge technology. So it comes as no surprise that they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. I think what you're trying to say is, put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air.
Now at Harvey Norman, save a huge 50% off Philips Essential Compact Air Fryer. Now just $98. Get bonus local delivery on selected laundry appliances, fridges and dishwashers. Save $200 on LG French door fridge, now only $1,896, plus bonus local delivery. Samsung 65-inch OLED TV, now $2,781, save over $900. Plus, buy a selected 2024 Samsung TV and get 15% back in gift cards when you buy with a Samsung soundbar. At Harvey Norman now. Conditions apply.
Thirsty Camel here. Now, I don't want to say I'm a cheapskate, but I'm certainly not going to pay overs for big brands, or little brands for that matter. And when I buy skates, I have to buy 4 of them, and that ain't cheap. For hump's sake, times are tough. I want to keep my hump and your wallet fat. P-H-A-T. See what I did there? So for unseriously good deals on all your favourite brands, then camel on down to Thirsty Camel bottle shops and grab a bargain. Thirsty Camel. Why so serious? Drink responsibly. Even camels get thirsty.
Ready to kick goals on and off the field? You need Employment Hero. From hired to retired, it automates all the pesky parts of HR, recruitment and payroll. Plus, comes with Smart Match, an AI recruitment tool that matches you with top candidates instantly. Imagine never having to search for people or post a job ad again. Join the 300,000 businesses using Employment Hero to tackle employment admin and get your business back in the game. Search Employment Hero today. It's employment solved.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
So ask your plumber for Ream, Australia's #1.
Hi, Rodney Jane here. We're all about savings at Bob Jane T-Marts. Want a free tyre? We've got Bridgestone free, Yokohama free, Kumho free, J-Trax free. How? Simply buy 3 and the 4th tyre's free. Plus up to $200 instant cash back on selected Bridgestone, BF Goodrich, Pirelli and Michelin tyres. We won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
Give your next road trip a boost with up to 15% off breaks of 2 nights or more when you book direct at choicehotels.com. Boost your well-being, boost your energy, boost your happiness. Choice Hotels has over 170 locations across Australia and New Zealand. Plus, you'll get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, book it with Choice Hotels. Select travel dates between April and June only. Book by April 21. Subject to availability. T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for full details.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade, your trade partner in lighting, fans and electrical accessories for the Aussie home. Beacon Trade. Let's make light work.
It was the Giants by 9 points at halftime, and Curnow and Mackay have been kept goalless. And then in that third term, well, Curnow kicked 3, Mackay kicked 2, De Koning's got 3 as well, and at three-quarter time, they lead 14-10-94 over the Giants, 12-7-79. We're heading down the boundary for Bob Jane T-Marts. We've got the best in the business, Mickey Roberts.
I tell you what, 20 minutes of frustration down here for GWS and for the coach Kingsley, because they were going to make a sub. and that is James Peatling. So they put the paperwork in. It was ripped out of the AFL's hands, and now they've finally decided to pull the switch. So it's Xavier O'Halloran is the sub now, paperwork in. So Peatling gets his chance in this last term for GWS.
For Bob Jane Teamarts, they've got great buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Ethan Meldrum on the Triple M Reds Head Lenders. What happened in that third term?
Well, I'm disappointed, firstly, that your head knock wasn't counted in Mickey Roberts' three-quarter time injury report. But Carlton, last 18 minutes of that game, when they went on that 6-goal run, pressure factor of 223, that's massive for them. They're number 1 in the competition at that normally, but that number had been really low prior to that. 69 disposals to 31 in that period of time, with 77% by foot to GWS's 27. Effective kicks in the last 20 minutes of that quarter, 23-4 Carlton's way. So they really sorted everything out. Leading players on the ground, Paddy Cripps, 30 disposals, 20 of those have been contested, 10 clearances. Sam Walsh, 26 touches, 14 scoring moments for him. They've both been massive. Lockie Ash and Tom Green, 21 touches apiece, the most for the Giants.
Well, flipped on its head, didn't it? Halfway through that third quarter, Giants looked like they were in control. They were going well. It was really Carlton's centre bounce play that was keeping them in it. But now the centre bounce play has been a huge factor in this game, and the tools, the big boys, are getting bigger as the game goes on. There's still plenty of twists and turns left in this one, Timmy.
Hot water need replacing. Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a ream. Here's the people's caller, Barry Denner.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. We start the final term with the Blues up by 15 points. And out of the centre, Sam Walsh grabs it. Little hand pass back out here towards the wing, towards Fantasia. The former Bomber tracks it in front of him. Pushed back away from him. Whitfield's got it now for the Giants. Hand pass Tommy Green, hand pass Ward. Hand pass back to Tommy Green. Kicks across half back to Ash. Ash will track it, picks it up on the bounce. Takes a bounce himself. Looks to the outer side wing. Not a lot there, so he wants to come back inside, and Tommy Green presents himself. Nice 20-metre pass. They're still at half back.
Little chiselling pass. Whitfield, who spears one to Peatling, the sub. Activated, he gets it back to Whitfield, wrapping around the back, comes to this broadcast wing to Kelly. He's kicked 3 goals so far for the Giants. They might need a few more out of him as he massages a short one to Perryman. Right half forward. They trail by 15 here, the Giants. They're going to have to turn it on. Kick into the right of your dial. He loads up inside 50. Ball off hands. Cadman at ground level. Spins, snaps. It's gone straight up and down. Still in play. The bounce was coming back in for a moment, but taken across the line by Ollie Hollands, one behind. So back to 14-point margin to the favour of the Blues on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Your trade partner in lighting, fans and electrical accessories for the Aussie home. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
Yeah, they're good people. Boyd from full back runs away with the footy. Kicks out here to the wing. De Koning real strong. Lovely mark from De Koning for the Blues. Defensive side of the wing. Hand pass to the Rolls-Royce Cripps. Drills at 35 metres to Kerno. Brilliant. Guess who? He kicks it over towards Harry Mackay. It went over his head. Hollands runs onto it. Ollie Hollands is there. Ash there for the Giants. Hollands lays the tackle. Mackay comes in. Lays a secondary tackle. They've locked it in their forward pocket here, Carlton. Close to the boundary line. The umpire just looking around, lurking, and calls for it. And about 20 metres out from the goal, there'll be a ball thrown in the air, that being Carlton's goal. Hello. No, the boundary umpire and the field umpire are conferring.
Signal it again.
And it's going to be a throw-in, so it was just over the line by a millimetre.
Glad we sorted that out.
No, we're glad we've sorted that out in the Harvey Norman replay.
This tensest moment of this match. As we're deep in attack here for the Blues. Ball spins back in. Pitnet versus Briggs. Pitnet got a paw on it to the front. Tracking at Durden, got knocked off the pill. Went on Hewitt, he flicks it out. Walsh, that was clever, to Cripps. Goes the inside out, check side. Back with a flight, Durden! Never should have been his ball, the little man. But courageously backed into the pack. Took it on the chest. 10 metres out, slight angle.
Now, well done by the young man. He just kept his eye on the footy. He knew the big boys were behind him and that were bearing down. This time it was Walsh out the Cripps. First time it's been the other way around, but well done for Durden. Now he's just got to finish his hard work.
Jacob! 5.
He'd love a goal. The little man hasn't kicked one. Oh, yes, he's kicked one in the first term at the 27-minute mark for his second. They kicked the first of the final term, Carlton. And margin out to 20 points here at Marvel Stadium. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
So the Giants now, how good of a team are they? Can they find a way to respond and get back into this contest? They're probably going to have to start by winning some centre bounce clearances. First of all, to get it in their forward half, but just to also take away the dominance of this Blues clearance game led by Pitnet and De Koning. I must admit have been excellent, but Cripps and Walsh down at ground level are just doing as they please. So they've got young Peatling in there, which is interesting. The sub, he's got the fresh legs, and then a couple of tough nuts, Cal Ward and Tom Green for the Giants, Cripps, Walsh and Hewitt for the Blues.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. It's a 20-point lead to Carlton. 4 minutes into the final term. Bounces good, we're underway. Big Briggs will have a run at it. Oh, Pitnet held his ground, brings it to ground to Hewitt. He's wrapped up in a tackle. There'll be another ball up.
Straight up, let's go, let's get up.
They'll flood in off the square.
Thank you. Thanks, George.
Umpire will just throw it straight up in the air.
A metre.
Pitnet and Briggs. Briggs grabs it out of the ruck, just gets a little toe poke forward, runs along the ground. Bedford goes to ground, punts it out towards Daniels, who kicks it off the ground. Inside forward 50. Hogan caught behind Kemp. Kemp will claim it. Little rush kick, though, goes to Tommy Green. They're still on forward 50. Hand pass to Ware, one way then the other. Turns around on his left, kicks it back to the hot spot, back of the pack, Peatling. Fantasia just thumped it away from him. Fantasia thumps it 15 metres. Now the ball's on the deck, still in dispute again. Bedford dives on the pack. Still 35 out from the Giants' goal. The umpire will ball it up.
Just won't stop here, Cripper. He's in and under as always. Ball back up. Briggs missed Toby Green. And then Ollie Hollins belts it outside 50, and it was just a bit too heavy for Durden. Perryman on the boot immediately. Puts it to the 50. He's got Tom Green. Take a very good effort from here. He doesn't look certain of goal.
Matthew, keep going. Take him out, Lockie.
He's wearing the nice head tape. As mentioned, Ben McAvoy clipped him during the week, so he's got the John Eales look-alike rugby union style. He spins the ball in his hands. This would be a massive effort as he takes it off late out into the pocket. Toby Green there, mops up, snaps it, goal over his left shoulder. It goes across the face, through the hands of Hogan, and out of bounds in the left forward pocket for the Giants.
Keep them down.
So the undefeated Giants searching to the right of our broadcast position. They trail by 20 points. We're 6 minutes now into the final term. Carlton with a big third quarter. They kicked 7 goals to the Giants 3. Toby Green's got it, got caught high. He's going to get a free kick. He didn't hear the whistle. He went to play on.
Against Hogan. Yeah, okay. Toby.
It's against Green.
It's off the ball. Before that,
against Hogan off the ball. Righto. So the free kick's gone to Newman in the back pocket, and he goes real short, about 15 metres wide.
Who was it?
Outside 5.
Newman. He finds Kemp tucked in on the boundary. He goes for real estate down the outer side off the hands of Curnow. Where he's turned it over. Boyd. Oh, that's a kick to grass for Curnow, who takes and goes immediately. Sends it into the pocket. Mackay. Well done, Aaliyah. Diving in front. Kissed it out of bounds. 40 around from Carlton's goal. Travelled 7 in this final term. Carlton 15-10-100 over the Giants 12-8-80. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Your trade partner in lighting, fans and electrical accessories for the Aussie home. Beacon Trade. Let's make light work.
So Briggs and De Koning. Tap down Durden. Little snap from the pocket for the Blues. It's gone wide and through for a behind. Nice little set play from the boundary throw in. 21 points now Carlton's lead. 7.5 final term. Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Play on.
Iden takes a bounce in the back pocket. He's got the short option in Buckley. Massages the kick over the top.
Stand.
So they trail here by 20 points, the Giants. They led by 22 at the 17-minute mark of the second term. It's been a mighty effort by Carlton as Buckley goes long towards Hogan. Front and centre Walsh. That was clean. He's bumped on the kick by Peatling. It's a high one. Here's Big Harry.
Look at him.
Clunks the mark. 48 from home, directly in front. And he'll go back to kick his third.
That's the line. Stand.
This makes it hard for me if he kicks this. He's just grown as the game's gone on. Well held in the first half, but that's what I'm loving about this new Harry Mackay, he's not letting it get to him. He's struggling. He just keeps working and working. He's in great form. He's one of the form players of the competition.
Harry Mackay to the left of your dial. The crowd will tell the story. It's out to the left. Minor score. 9-minute mark of the fourth. 15-12, 102. The Giants 12-8-80. That's a 22-point margin to the favour of Carlton.
What can the Giants do? What can they work out here? Aaliyah from the back pocket, a long kick to the outer side wing. The Blues have put them under heat, the undefeated Giants, and at the moment the Blues are holding sway. Newman, little hand pass off to Wiedering. Goes back by hand to Carroll. And for Carlton, he goes long and high inside forward 50. Ashflew didn't take the mark. Perryman was front and square, won it for the Giants. Hand pass off to Whitfield. Through the fingertips of Riccardi on the wing outer side. Now the ball's on the deck. Ollie Hollands put his head over it. Daniels laid the tackle. Punched out hand pass will come out to Cripps. The Rolls-Royce got a bit of space here. Delivers to big Pitnet. And he marks in the centre of Marvel Stadium.
Dishes back to Cripps. He's got a man all on his lonesome on this broadcast wing in Acres. Takes it on the Toyota logo. Happy to control the game here, Carlton, as he fans the kick wide on the 45. He's got Owies directly in front of the interchange gates. Broadcast wing. He loads up on the right slipper. It's a hot one towards Harry. Couldn't quite. Didn't bring it down. He looks at the umpire and says, I had a fair piece of it. Umpire says, no, I'll ball it up. 45 out from Carlton's goal. 10-minute mark of the fourth. Carlton lead by 22 points on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Thrown in the air, the ruckman let it bounce at their toes, and a quick kick out of the pack for the Giants. Hogan's there, grabs it, punched out a hand pass to Ward. Another one to Tommy Green. Just waits for the player to run past on the wing broadcast side. Got it over to Callaghan. Callaghan to young Thomas. He was set up with a smash tackle from Newman. Carlton reclaim. Walsh has got it. His hand pass smothered by Whitfield. O'Halloran put his head over it, won it. Hand pass to Ward for the Giants. Got a rush kick to half forward. Toby Green. Oh! Came a long way and bumped into the back of Boyd, who was sitting underneath the footy. Boyd's up. He's all right. It's just one of those ones you got to be careful, don't you?
Well, it is one of those challenging ones. Two players, eyes for the footy, but Toby Green goes for the ball, but just turns his body to protect himself, which I think you have every right to do on a footy field, but we'll see what comes of it.
So Ollie Hollands in the centre. In fact, make that Elijah Hollands, who kicks out wide to the outer side wing, and he finds Ollie.
He finds his brother, who goes low and flat. Ollie's just attacking side. Ollie's run on, gives it back to him. Runs to 70, taken down on the kick, top of the square. Well done, Pitnet, brought it to ground. Whitfield, claimed by Mackay. Ball knocked out, and the umpire says holding the ball.
Jeez, he's having a big second half.
Playing dominant.
Yep.
Huge influence on the game.
You're going to cut Lockie.
Love to see this one on the Harvey Norman. In the first half, a lot of his marks around half back. But in this second half, he's crept forward, he's kicked a couple of majors.
5 metres behind. Thank you.
And this to go back and kick his third for the night. As we hear the cheers as Pitnet comes to the bench. Mackay on the runway. Beautiful footy by Carlton. They extend their lead to 28 points on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. 12-minute mark of the last term.
You love to see that from your big forwards as well, especially Harry Mackay. Again, just that forward pressure, his ability to tackle as well. Normally we know he's so strong and has such a big aerial presence, but Lockie Whitfield just didn't see him coming.
The Harvey Norman replay of the Toby Green incident, Baz, it's very, very similar to Peter Wright.
Yep,
the incident that he got suspended for. Luckily, Jordan Boyd got to his feet pretty quick, so he certainly wasn't concussed.
No, not hurt at all.
It depends whether it's they upgraded to medium. We'll have to have a look at that. And then another incident with Jesse Hogan. A bit of an open-handed punch to the face of Lewis Young might also be looked at by the MRO.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Bounces good. Heavy tackles late in the centre. We'll have a ball up, Heath.
Sam Walsh, Red Z Lending stats, 29 touches, 16 score involvements. That ties the record by any Carlton player. Charlie Curnow, when he kicked 10 goals against the Eagles last year, also had 16s.
Walsh has the ball tapped down to him, goes long to Owies, inside forward 50 in a one-on-one. Tapped to ground level, Himmelberg under the pump. Got a hand pass off to Buckley. Hand pass outside defensive 50. Carroll gets in the way for the Blues. Good work. Hand pass off to Hewitt. Tried to hand pass off to Ollie Hollands. Ollie Hollands wrestled it away for the Blues. Hand pass back to Hewitt, another one to Kennedy. Oh, they will not be denied, Carlton, at the moment. Kick the half forward is good. Hanoi's is marked, but he's right on forward 50, and he's only about 5 or 6 metres inside the boundary.
Carlton were generating a lot of their scores from those centre bounces in that first half, but this half we're seeing a lot of it coming from pressure. And just what that pressure does to turn the ball over, to be able to dominate in that forward half. Get another shot on goal.
Awi settles. He kicked one in the first. Called the play on from the boundary. 50 out. It's close. It's on the line. And just hands on the footy as it's touched through for a rush point. The Blues by 29 points. 16-13, 109, 12, 880. The Giants.
Kick out into space. It's going to be turned over. Carlton with the numbers. Akers cuts back inside to Kemp. The inside out. Boonana. And he's hit the behind post halfway up. Out on the full. They just keep coming. As Barry said, they won't let lie here. The Blues, they lead 109 to 80. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Kelly, long kick to the wing, out of sight of the ground for the Giants. Boyd puts his head over it and wins it for Carlton. Punched out a hand pass to Wiedering. He'll send them back inside. Worked underneath it was Fantasia. The ball bounces behind him. And it goes out of bounds about 40 around from the Blues goal.
Well, really, they've just worn the Giants down, winning so much contest and so much ground ball. It's caught up with the Giants. They've got no run left in them. They look defeated. They don't look like they've got a body language of a team that's going to try and kick 5 goals in 9 minutes. So Carlton well in control.
Ball in, off the chest, Riccardi. And then snapped around the body by Kelly. Puts it to the outer wing. 2-on-1, the numbers with the Blues. It came up. Taken to ground there was Brown, and the ball locked in. Right half forward for Carlton. As Joey mentioned, just ticked under 9 minutes left in this one. They're going to need to kick 5 goals, the Giants, but they look like they're out of petrol.
Tap down sideways, Riccardi. But onto the footy first was Walsh. Claimed it. Hand pass to Akers. Hand pass to Hewitt. And a low drop punt back towards half forward. Aaliyah tried to thump it away from Mackay, but Big H lays the heavy tackle. And the umpire calls for a ball up, and the Carlton fans close to that stand in their seats and applaud their big forward who's had a massive second half. Over 40,000 the official attendance here tonight, Heath.
Yeah, 40,474. I think that was above the estimation for this one, so good turnout.
Riccardi taps to no one. Hewitt, handball to Walsh. Goes out the back to Boyd, who spears it up to half forward. On the bounce, couldn't quite Cottrell. Falling over there, Cowan. Couldn't reel it in. Walsh again. Got it to Carroll. Now Kennedy, game 100. He's got a man all on his lonesome who takes the mark down on one knee. Blake Akers, 40 metres out on a 45.
Well, it looks like there's no stopping them at the moment. And those turnovers and through that middle of the ground, when they get their hands on the ball, Carlton at the moment just dominating. Again, the clean possession, which they struggled to do in that first quarter, second quarter, but it's coming to pieces now. Another shot on goal.
For career goal number 50 for Blake Akers, the ex-Saint. Sends the kick on its way, and it's across the face. One behind. Bob Jane T-Mart's Mickey Roberts.
Yeah, Michael Voss, very animated too. And I tell you what, most of his concentration's been setting up behind the ball. Remember last week? So they've done it so efficiently in this last quarter.
Blues dominant, 30 points up they are. The Giants led by 9 points at half-time. 7 goals to 3, third quarter. Set this up for Carlton. They've gone on to it in the last. As Toby Green marks forward to the wing out of sight of the ground. Blues fans giving him plenty of encouragement as he kicks along to the forward pocket. And Hogan was the target. Turned to the umpire when he couldn't mark and was looking for anything. Give me a free, give me something. And it rolled off his hands out of bounds. Left forward pocket for the Giants.
Tell me, I'd say Sam Walsh came to the bench absolutely exhausted. He's run himself into the ground. He got a standing ovation as he came to the bench.
And Red Zed lending stats, the reason being 17 score involvements, now the most by any Carlton player ever.
All down, Kelly from the pocket, a flying shot. Vacant goal square, and it tumbles end on end across the face and out of bounds in the opposing pocket. Heath, when was the last goal kicked by the Giants, if you could, please?
It was halfway through the third term. The Giants kicked their last goal, put them out to about a 20-point lead. Carlton have kicked 8 in a row since then.
Wow.
So ball back in. It's a shallow one. De Koning takes it out of the air. He handballs it over towards Hewitt. It ricochets up to Peatling, who snaps from 35. That's great connection. And the old commentator's curse, just when we said they hadn't kicked one for a while, Peatling bobs up. And he gets the margin back to 24 points here at Marvel Stadium with 6.5 on the clock.
Keep it going, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely a bit of a stretch now with Giants. They look a little bit deflated. As Joey mentioned before, the body language, it was a good finish in front of goal, but that 24 points, take a lot of effort right now, starting from those centre bounces, which they've struggled with all day. Carlton just looking like they'll run on top.
Just in context to what you said, so this is his second game back this year, Sam Walsh. He's got 17 score involvements, which is a record at Carlton ever.
It's the most by any Carlton player ever. The previous high was 16. Charlie Curnow kicking 10 goals against West Coast. That's what it took for him to get the record. Sam Walsh has broken that.
Do you know what the record is from? It might be our man Stevie J, is it, or someone like that?
It might be Stevie J. That Melbourne game with 186 points, but I'll check it out.
For McDonald to Remote Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Cripps works it out of the centre. This time he hand passed inside forward 50. Durden on the end of it, fires, but it come off the instep of his boot and he's just snuck it in. For a point, he was only 25 out, streaming in front of goal. Carlton 16, 15, 111, 13, 8, 86 of the Giants. And Big Tim, that's all on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Sure is Baz. Perryman outside 50. Whitfield nurses the ball. He's got Peatling. Started as a sub. Working his way into the contest. He finds Harvey Thomas down the line. Such an impressive youngster. He belts it long and strong up to the 50. The big men fly. At the front and square was Hewitt. Might have been collected high by Cadman. He got the ball out. Riccardi handballs to grass. Thomas again flicks it up to Tom Green. Snapped around his left shoulder. It's all Blues through the hands of Akers though. Kemp under pressure. He tunnels it on as far as Cadman. Oh, well done, Thomas. Good sidestep. His handball's partly cut off. Cadman muscled to the turf, slung around by Kennedy. And he's going to get an applause in game 100 for that effort. It's a 25-point buffer to the favour of Carlton. 5.5 left in this last term. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Briggs taps to the fat side, just hoping for a midfielder to snap from the forward pocket. They're only 20 out, but big numbers around the footy. Carlton have dropped back. They're going to deny the Giants a chance here as the umpire will ball it up again. The seconds tick down. We've got 5 minutes 27 of game time left, and the Blues, comfortable leaders, 25-point leaders at the moment. 21.5 into the final term. Again from the ball up. Midfielders pile on top of the footy, close to the boundary line. And the umpire steps in, and there'll be, this time, another ball up about a metre inside the boundary line. That is the Giants. Briggs thumps it out of bounds. Surely this time, yes. No, a kick was paid inside play, and it's gone out of bounds on the full, has it? And it's going to be a free kick to Kennedy in the right back pocket for the Blues. Jesus, every player is stuffed. Look at Carlton, just so much effort in this second half. Enormous.
It's been a powerful display, to be fair. This is a team that are a genuine top 4 premiership contender this year.
Callahan at the spill. He got it out to Barkley, who handballs towards Thomas, but Cripps. What are his numbers again, Heath? Patrick Cripps.
Paddy Cripps, Red Z lending stats. 37 disposals, 23 contest possessions, 12 clearances. Massive game from their skipper.
He has been enormous. Red Z lending, loans for the self-employed, REDZED.com.
Spot on.
Ball back in. Pitnet and Briggs. It's been a big battle between the big rucks. Have you seen that contest, Sarah? Who's won that one?
Well, I think just given Pitnet at the moment, the way that Carlton have been able to dominate around stoppage, so just his ability to be able to cover the ground and also deliver the ball to the mids, I think you give him the cake today.
Sarah Hosking on the Triple M Seabus Super special comment. Seabus Super making hard work pay off since 1984. All down, Tom Green on defensive 50, flicks it to Whitfield, who arches the back, and then creative handball to Peatling, who spears it low and flat. And he's got that big man in Briggs, who sends it up to the 50 now. Too heavy there for Toby Green. Out the back, Kemp. He got it up to Lewis Young from a standing start. He's searching for the boundary with that sideways kick. Arriving on the scene, Brown, and he's worked across the line by Newman. Cheers by the crowd. So 50 metres out from the Giants' goal. It's Carlton 16-15, 111. The Giants 13-8, 86. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Enormous, the Blues. Enormous here at Marvel today. Slap sideways from the boundary throw-in. Callaghan goes at it. Cripps, who has been an absolute contested ball today, sees the ball at ground level and makes sure that he lays the tackle to ensure the ball goes nowhere, and the umpire will ball it up. Again, it is Himmelberg and Pitnet. Kelly at the bottom of the pack wins it for the Giants. Got it to Callaghan, got it to Whitfield by hand. Hand pass Himmelberg. He's at half forward, shrugs the tackler, and then squares the ball up to full forward. In front was Riccardi, and he marks 15 out directly in front. He skips back very quickly.
10 metres.
3 minutes, 47 seconds left on the clock. Riccardi to kick the goal, and he does. 14-8, 92, the Giants. Carlton 16-15, 111. 24 and a half final term. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
A couple of late consolation goals for the Giants. Clearance win. Lockie Whitfield continuing to run. He's probably been the best, I would think, Lockie Whitfield for the Giants, along with maybe Tom Green. And they were disappointed with the performance, the Giants. They were looking in control there midway through that second quarter, late in the second quarter, and from that point on, it's been one-way traffic.
17-minute mark of the second term. They led by 22. They piled on 6 goals in a row. And then a couple of late ones to the Blues through Hollins and DeConey. It got it back to 10 points at half-time. It's been clinical from Carlton in this second half. They lead by 19 for McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Triple M rocks footy. DeConing with the tap down. Little toe poke from Briggs, got forward. Here's Cripps again on his knees. Flicked it up Ollie Hollins. Walsh stood up in the tackle. He handballs it out. Carroll going the other way. He handballs it to Grass. Cottrell couldn't get there first, but they've coughed it up. Ollie Hollins. Hewitt fell over. Now on the turnover. Ware sends it to half forward. He's got Briggs.
Yeah, the big man marks and hand passes off to Kelly. 19 points up the Blues. And they got one more sniff here. The Giants kick to Riccardi. Ball spoiled to ground level by Wiedering. Now it rolls out of bounds. And Jacob looks happy. Left forward pocket for the Giants. Clock tells us there's still 3 minutes just over of game time left.
Well, Charlie Curnow's gone back behind the ball, and Jack Buckley's opponent's gone with him all the way to full forward.
Footy to spin in. Here, snap, tap, Himmelberg down to Green. He's got it to Hogan. Hogan goes back to Ware. He just pops it up in the air, hoping for a mark. The Blues drop back, Cripps. Cripps drops back into the hole and takes the defensive mark for his side, and then dictates and tells his mates where I'm going to put it.
This weekend at Harvey Norman, Samsung 65-inch OLED TV now 2,781, save 900. Hurry while stocks last. We're on the outside wing now. Iden got it up to Peatling, who looks corridor. He's got Daniels, who sends it slightly back towards Callaghan, makes it work. Defensive side of the centre circle. He goes straight down the middle. That's a heavy ball, and he's turned it over. Hewitt. He's got Owies wide, so he's going to send the kick there now. Are they going to keep taking the game on? We're in junk time. 2 minutes left on the clock. They lead by 19 points, Carlton. Decides to retreat here, Owies, and why not? He's got Newman at left half back.
Yes, he's marked defensive side of the wing.
Who is it?
He goes onto the left boot. I've just been watching a lot of Seinfeld this week, I'm sorry. Kicks it up towards Mackay at half forward, but off his hands it's spilled to Callaghan, but he missed the target by hand in Ash. And Kennedy swooped on it and punched out a hand pass back to Newman on the wing. Left foot ball to Mackay. Look at Big H. And look at the Carlton fans as he rises and marks on forward 50. He marked about 53 out and trotted back 3 metres and told the umpire, just mark it there. Oh, they're just standing and applauding. It's a standing ovation for Big H.
They're coming down to the right. Look at them, they're coming down to the fence.
Have a look at this. They have still stood and applauded him. He hasn't done anything yet. They've just applauded him for being there. So he steps up. The big fella, what a huge second half. He just pulls it to the hot spot at the edge of the square. Up goes DeConey, back of the pack, Kennedy! Oh, he loved that in game 100. Socking it through for a goal. And the Blues are celebrating at Marvel. What an enormous afternoon for Carlton. They've bounced back and they've taken the scalp of the undefeated Giants. Carlton 17-15, 117. Giants 14-8, 92. And that's on the Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Well, they've been bloody amazing today, Joey. I reckon they're genuine premiership contenders, Carlton. They've got a rough run ahead. A couple of really tough games coming up, which will really test out their team and test out their side. We know they've got a long list of injuries at the moment. They've got Adam Sard out, Mitch McGovern, Chera, Motlop, Martin, Fogarty. So a long list still to come back. They're just looking strength to strength at the moment.
That's great, Paul. Been a great effort with the injuries they've got out. 6 goals in a row against them, 22 points down. It's been a powerful, dominant, real even team performance. They should be mighty impressed with what they've dished up here. Been a great game.
What a fairy tale for Kennedy in game 100 as we're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hotwater. Inside 50 here from the Giants. They win the centre clearance, but it's going to be Akers with the headband. He sends a high ball. Oh, he's undermanned, and Himmelberg climbs over the top. He wants to take it, tucks it under the wing, sends it towards Hogan. Ball off hands. Toby Green there, slipped over. Hogan goes back. He's claimed by Wiedering. And then Cowan lays some assistance right forward pocket.
Red Z lending stats, Toby Green, 18 touches, but just the one behind will be only the 4th time since the start of 2021 that he's gone goalless in a game.
Yeah, he's just been off his tucker today. Been off his tucker probably most of the year, to be fair.
25 points the margin Carlton's way. Kelly kicks to the hot spot for the Giants at full forward. Off hands at Spill to Wally Hollins, and he got a free kick. No, it was a dropping...
Yeah, holding the ball.
Holding the ball, so it'll be a free kick to the Giants. It'll be taken, you reckon, after the siren. There it is. There it is. The shot for goal by Buckley is a goal, so it's a 19-point win to Carlton. What an enormous afternoon for the Blues. 17-15, 117, 15-8, 98.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets you down. We're the only team old Carlton knows. We're all the champions they like to send up. We'll keep our end up, and they will know that they've been playing against the famous old dark blue.
That quarter for Beacon Trade, your trade partner in lighting, fans and electrical accessories for the Aussie home. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Large soy caramel mocha frappuccino with extra caramel.
Cut through the blah to hear more of what you want with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology. Book an appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
Tradies, gear up for winter with Hard Yakka. We're redefining toughness for the colder months. Our new winter range for men and women is here, featuring a huge selection of ultra-warm jackets and vests ready to shield you from the elements. And our iconic 3056 tradie boot, a must-have for the season. Every item crafted for durability and outstanding performance. So get your winter gear sorted at your nearest stockist or visit hardyakka.com. For the Aussie legends of today, Hard Yakka, nothing's tougher.
Hey, there he is. How's dad life?
Phil, I'm so tired, but it's the best.
All settled in with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Switched my super over to C-Bus too.
What's that got to do with your kid?
Oh, well, I really got to make sure this hard work pays off now. You know.
True.
C-Bus Super, making hard work pay off since 1984. To consider if C-Bus is right for you, go to cbussuper.com.au for PDS and TMD. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Install a Ream. Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
For the hardest of hot party you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Want the assurance of an Aussie family-sized electric water heater with a 12-year cylinder warranty?
Install a Ream. Install a Ream.
Then accept nothing less than Australia's best.
What's on your Aussie bucket list? Sitting around the campfire on a beach at Exmouth after fishing all day? Exploring the tip of Cape York or the bottom of the Eyre Peninsula? Do it all in a titanium caravan. Australian made, Australian owned, superior quality and ultimate comfort. With titanium caravans, you can go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. Experience titanium caravans for yourself in their Epping showroom or visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
That's right, buddy. Mitsubishi Heavy Industries is Australia's most independently awarded air conditioner brand. And this year, they're proudly celebrating 25 years of designing quality products with unrivaled reliability, superior performance, and cutting-edge technology. So it comes as no surprise that they have the highest levels of customer satisfaction. I think what you're trying to say is, put your trust in Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, the experts in air.
Now at Harvey Norman, save a huge 50% off Philips Essential Compact Air Fryer. Now just $98. Get bonus local delivery on selected laundry appliances, fridges and dishwashers. Save $200 on LG French door fridge, now only $1,896, plus bonus local delivery. Samsung 65-inch OLED TV, now $2,781, save over $900. Plus, buy a selected 2024 Samsung TV and get 15% back in gift cards when you buy with a Samsung soundbar. At Harvey Norman now. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M footy review for Amy. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy.
Wow, what a finish here. 19 points up the Blues in the end. 17-15, 117 defeating the Giants 15-8, 98. Joe Montagna, Sarah Hosking in the house. The Maccas I'm loving at the moment. Tonight it happened at the late in the third quarter. Here's how we called it on Triple M footy.
Cripps there, slapped it to the front for guess who? Walsh back to Cripps. He shrugs off a tackle, he was legged in the process. They're going to take the advantage through Fantasia. Spears it in towards Curnow. Snaps on the left! Scintillating footy here from the Blues.
What a huge third quarter it was for Carlton. They trailed by 9 points at half-time and they went at three-quarter time. 15-point leaders with a 7 goals to 3 third term. Enormous game of footy from the Blues. Don't forget those chicken McNuggets for $9.95 at Macca's at the moment. But what a game.
Great game of footy. We thought it was going to be a shootout. We hoped it was, and that's what it was. And through that second quarter, as we touched on, it looked like the Giants were really starting to put the foot down and they were on top of the Blues. But then to wrestle back momentum late in that second term and to do what they did, in the end they overwhelmed the Giants with their ability to win contest and win clearance and win centre clearances and played in their front half. Put the Giants defenders under pressure. In the first half, the Giants defenders got through. But, Sarah, the longer the game went and the more pressure that Carlton put on the Giants defenders, they eventually crumbled, and that's when they got all their score.
Yeah, you're spot on. And GWS did such a good job in that first half of controlling the ball movement. So when they were scoring, it was either from turnover, those quick short kicks, or patience through the game and across the ground. And then, obviously, Carlton just turned that around. They applied the pressure. They were low early on, about 150, as Heath was saying, and they took it right up to over 200. So you're going to win games off the back of pressure. You mentioned the amount of scores that they came from those centre bounces, but they were able to find different avenues in that last half.
Triple M MVP Award for Employment Hero. From hired to retired, Employment Hero's HR recruitment and payroll software handles it all. Search Employment Hero today. Joey, you got the good ones.
I do have the good ones. I'm giving one vote. Ideally, you'd love to split them, but I can't split a one voter. That's legally not allowed. So I'm going to Mark Pitnet. I thought the two rucks, Pitnet and De Koning, were dominant in this game today. De Koning kicked the 3 goals, but I thought Mark Pitnet's performance, I think he ended up with 7 clearances, had a lot of ball. I thought he was hugely influential in the result of this game. So Mark Pitnet, one of the best games I've seen him play, gets 1 vote. Could have split and raffled Cripps and Walsh and Cripps which way. But I gave Walsh the 2 votes. I know he had the world record 17 score involvements, but he wouldn't have got half of those possessions if it wasn't for the man that was best player on the ground, and that was Paddy Cripps. He was at his absolute best in and under. His hands were clean. He was winning everything, and they have got Batman and Robin back right now, the Blues, and that is scary for the rest of the competition.
Sure is. Choice Hotels around the grounds, please. Big Tim, where are we heading after this one?
Big game coming up, Barry, at the Gabba between the Lions and the Cats, and an even bigger call team. We've got Brett Thomas there with Simon Black, Tom Rockcliffe. Belinda Mellon will be down on the boundary, Barry, but guess who's back?
Wilbur Wilson.
Big Wilbur Wilson's Wilbur Ralston.
Ralston,
Big Wilbur Ralston. He's back in the hot seat. So
He's a star.
that's a big call, team, Barry. Looking forward to that
He's
one.
a star. And, of course, you want to have a listen to the West Coast Freo game. We've got all games live on Triple M. Get onto the Listener app and get involved in that one as well.
That's what we
That'll
do.
be me in the car on the way home.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a big afternoon of footy. We've been impressed by the Blues, I would say. Would that be a fair comment?
100%. Equal top of the ladder now. They are flying and still got a lot of injuries, a lot of good players to come back. But well done to Michael Voss and the coaching group and the leaders to turn that performance around late in that second term.
Thanks to Mickey Roberts. You're a star. Big Tim, great call from you. Sarah and Joey, thanks for looking after us. MJ, Ed, and Kirko as well. And Leroy back in the studio. We sign off.
Baz.
Ethan Meldrum's a star.
Well done, Baz.
It's a big win. Carlton by 19 points.
Great for you,
and the
Barry.
Blues are back in business. So we'll tackle Geelong next week at the MCG.
Nice, Barry.
And for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M. Well, it rocks footy.
Very good, Barry.
The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. Clangers happen. Lucky you're with Amy.